Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another Market Mates episode. It's great to be back with you all on this fine Friday morning, Thursday night for our friends across the pond in Europe and America. And we have an honored guest on the show today. We have Figge, the new CEO of Yuga Labs. So for those that maybe don't know, one of the top NFT collections around the world, has been pretty much prominent in the space for 5+ years now. So absolutely honored to have the new CEO on the show, Figge, mate. So thanks so much for joining Market Mates here today with us. How are you going this morning? I mean, it's afternoon, evening for you. Apologies.
Yeah, it's 4 o'clock for me, but I'm good, man. Thanks for having me on the show.
No, you're welcome. Craigie boy, how are you doing this morning, mate? It is also Bayek's happy birthday as well. 5 years, I believe. So happy birthday to all the fans out there who do own apes. Shout out to all of you.
Yeah, no, dude, I'm good. Thanks for asking. Good to have Figge here. This has been a long time coming. I've been a fan of Figge's for a long time. I won't glaze him too much. I know everyone's probably over that now. Figge's probably over it as well. But no, big fan of his work over a long time since I've been in NFTs for 5 years. So this is a nice one for me. This is probably the most excited I've actually been with an interview. So I actually got a little bit nervous, Figge. I was like, sheesh, I haven't been nervous in a while. I was like, here we go. I must be keen on this one. So yeah, I just want to say, I know it's the 5th birthday today, so thank you very much. I know you're doing the rounds and you're very busy. So just from Market Mates and from Greeny and myself, just want to say, man, thank you so much for giving us your obviously valuable time today and jumping on with us.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for having me on.
Cool.
No,
Greeny,
Craig, I just want to touch, before we jump into questions, rumor has it Craig literally timed the bottom of Mutants today. Look, worldwide could be thankful for Craig because he was on this show. What was it, like 3 weeks ago, Craig? And you bought one. And I was like, bro, I don't know about this. And sure enough, it was the bottom. So GG's, mate. GG's.
I got lucky again, man.
I know you've been looking at the charts long term. Like, this guy's looking at charts all the time, trying to find the signal. He's not just doing it on Bitcoin. He's doing it on JPEGs too. So yeah, you probably did do it.
Yeah, I'm the guy who was running charts on NFTs back in 2022, trying to use Fibonacci and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm heavy, but I thought we'd quickly, instead of asking you your background, Figge, because I know every interview you jump on, they ask you your background, you've got to regurgitate the same, probably what you consider probably a bit boring, although it's not boring, by the way. Your background's insane. I thought I'd just give the audience a quick run through. So, I mean, your background's really visual media. For lack of a better word, you can probably give me much better jargon words than that. You had Possible, I believe. That was a good, 10 years ago? And I think that was with Beeple, if I'm correct. Was that with Beeple? It was. And then Beeple got into digital media and you thought, well, hang on a second and let's move into Weenu. And is that where 10KTF kind of took off as your first experience with NFTs?
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely lived. I'm a tired unk now, like I've lived a whole life before Web3, but before I actually studied film, and then after film, I fell into like live events, and my background's in like digital art basically, and expressing like digital art through live events, through a lot of different things. And so over the course of 10 years, I've designed on over 200 arena and stadium tours, and I did it like a really high level, like big headliner, like 2019 Coachella. I was looking after Ariana Grande and Childish Gambino, like 2 headliners out of 3 at Coachella, and did a lot of time in esports with League of Legends. So won an Emmy for that in 2020, and that's when I joined the space. But yeah, I first met people on the internet, as you do with your internet friends. But he was like just in year 2 or 3 or something like that of his everydays. And I just thought that was a wild concept. Like, what if you wanted to learn something and you did that thing every day to get better at it, right? Like just 1% better every day kind of mentality. And so he was a web designer in Wisconsin when I first met him, which is great. He was like working 2 hours a day, doing like banners and stuff for like websites. And then at night it'd be like, hey, let's go work on some raves or something, like it's just completely different by day, by night. So it's like a Clark Kent Superman situation. But I've worked with hundreds of artists, and he's special. He's got something very different. He always had it. And so when we were actually working on a show in 2020 right after the pandemic, and he was like, hey man, so I'm gonna put a pause on like doing any more work. So I'm going to do this like non-fungible token thing. And I was like, what the fuck is that? You know, like what is, I don't know if you're allowed cussing on the show, but like,
no, you can say like,
totally fine, totally
great. Yeah. I'm just trying to keep it, you know, accessible. So I was like, what is that? And then, you know, it just kept kind of going. And we had, was it January 2021? We were having lunch here, or we were having like a dinner here at Possible. I work at a Possible still. It's like, it's a company that I founded in 2010 and it still exists today. So it's been around for 16 years and got offices in LA and New York. And it does a lot of like live event stuff still. But I just use the building. Like I'm full-time DGen, Web3, all that stuff. Right. And so anyway, we were having dinner here and we were talking about Top Shot and we were like, oh yeah, Top Shot. That's kind of like an interesting idea. It's like taking something that people already know, which is like these trading cards, and then like tokenizing them so they're tradable. But then it's not just a flat thing. It's like you're taking these 5-second moments of people's time and tokenizing those. And so we were like, well, you could probably extrapolate that idea to like all moments, you know, like the Michael Jackson moonwalk, the Neil Armstrong like moon landing, like every big historical moment where you could get the rights to that thing. And that idea was really tricky, but like that's kind of how I got that. That's a little bit of the relationship there.
Yeah, I love hearing that. Craig, you go with the first question.
Yeah, I'll just flow off that just quickly before I get into the question. Yeah, I remember when you guys started from Greeny and Labs going into 10KTF, and it was always pretty exciting when we'd be in the Discord and yourself would jump in, and people sometimes would jump into the Discord and say, hey, what's up? And the crowd just went mental, man. Like it was something like that. I think for me, that was the moment that it clicked for me, where NFTs could be something more like a movie, like especially with 10KTF, with the visuals you put out. And maybe we could link some of those videos because they're just probably the best content I've ever seen in Web3 by country mile. Like the visuals are just so beautiful, so good. So I wanted to ask, one of the first questions we had, obviously you guys, now I don't know if this is pre your time or post, but you guys obviously sold off or got rid of the other collections that you had, the Me Bits, the Punks, those sorts of collections. Was, you know, what was the idea behind that? Was it really just to focus on apes again and make them the central focus? And what was the idea behind that?
Yeah,
to get rid of those collections, because that was a big moment picking those up.
It is. I mean, I think like in our space in Web3, you try to pattern match against like things that have worked against in Web 2, like especially if you're hiring from there. And I think that's something that happened, you know, fairly reasonable. Like you could, if you go out and you raise at a high valuation and there's a lot on the line, you're going to want to go out and get the people with the best pedigree, the best resumes, the most stuff to talk about in the past. They've run the biggest companies. Like you're going to want to do that. That's the logical thing to do. I think that in the case of like Disney, for instance, like, you know, for a long time, like there was this comparison between like Yuga and Disney. I don't know why, because like thematically they're not really like one's not very family friendly, very different. But I think it's like it's just a big, you know, shelling principle to look at. So Disney has a lot of different IPs that it manages that roll up, right? Like, you know, they've got Pixar and they've just got like a lot of different things. And so like the mental model here is just like, okay, you've got Bored Apes, but you've also got CryptoPunks and Meebits, and you've got all of these different things that roll up and all the value comes up. But I don't think in practice it works like that in Web3. I think like you need a clear cult leader for every community. Otherwise it's like it, you know, even if you're kicking ass with one group, the other group will be like, well, what about us? And it made it very hard to set priorities too, because you could say, hey, we're going to focus on X now. But it's like, yeah, we do want to focus on that, but you're spread so thin that like you're not really executing that well. And that's another reason why I'm so bullish, and like why I'm excited about this role is like, I think we're like so streamlined, we're so efficient, and we've gone through like so much filtering to get to this point that now when I look at the components, I'm like, oh yeah, when you do set a goal, now you can hit it. And like, even in this past week, we've just been setting goals and executing things that are like, I think people are excited about them. They're excited to see where it goes. So yeah, that was the logic behind like having all of these different things. And I think the spin outs actually started when Garga came back, when it was like, it was clear that unless we like streamlined and spun these out, and we're all still friends with, I think what Sergito is doing with Meebits is like a really good take on Meebits. What Spencer is doing with Moonbirds, it's just like you're able to have like dedicated teams focus on those things, and we're still like rooting for those, projects to win, but we are also more likely to do our best job on the things that matter long term for just like some amount of success here.
100%. I mean, like Grail's OTC is absolutely kicking in like the first week or two that you guys have launched.
Crazy.
So like that's so good to see. Like that's as a passionate just crypto enjoyer. I mean, I've owned plenty of NFTs in the past and still currently do. Like it's just so good to just see that organic price action over the past sort of month or so, and also see people going for Grails. Like that's often a good sign of strength in NFT markets, and that's probably a big reason what led to Craig buying a couple of mutants, is because people were buying not flaws, they were buying rarer traits, they were buying mid-level sort of traits, right? And that's always a healthy sign. Building on that question that Craig just said, obviously you've got the apes, you've got mutants, you've got other deeds, you've got coders. There's a lot of assets within the Yuga ecosystem, you could say. And obviously the other side as well really coming to fruition at the moment, which is great to see as well. If you're being honest, like where should someone really put their money? Like is there one asset in particular? Is apes still the pinnacle? Because that's number one. That's where it all kind of stemmed from. Or like what is the direction that you would kind of like people to understand moving forward, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think that the safe answer is like they're all important, but that's not a realistic answer.
Yeah.
It's just not. Like you're not going to execute well if you do that.
Yeah.
I think that if you're going back to basics and you want to create the most signal, like the answer, at least in the short term, is like we've got to focus energy back on BAYC and execute like relentlessly on BAYC. I actually think Otherside is night and day compared to last year, like where we were last year. So I've spent like over the last year on Otherside, really in the trenches, pulling out weeds, making sure that every machine is running right. And like Otherside is an extremely competent team now. And there's another layer of its complexity, but it's actually like good, which is we've acquired the tech stack, the team and the tech stack that we were running on top of was an outside vendor actually. And so now they're internal. But, right now there's a lot of like invisible work happening. That's like, okay, we're just migrating the platforms over to different metal. Yeah. And all those services are moving over. But for me, I mean, I think that by giving a clear signal around BAYC and working out concentrically from there, like that's really how you start to solidify things. Because I don't want to get into a case of like, chase two birds, catch none, right? Like I think we've got to focus on BAYC, create signal, and we're doing that. Like you're seeing it in sentiment, you're seeing it quantitatively, qualitatively, but that's not to say that these other assets aren't a priority. It's just like you got to work out from a foundation. And I don't think that they're synonymous in terms of communities. I think like there is overlap between Otherside and apes, but they're also two fundamentally different communities most of the time. So Otherside is kind of going, I'm just like directing my personal attention at getting Bored Apes to be, the best in class, most coveted token out there. And then, our long-term build play is in Otherside, and then powering all of that is just like all of that network effect is channeled into ApeCoin as like the next layer. So that's kind of how I see those in terms of priority. And that may be controversial for some people, but like I think if you're not making those calls, you're not going to execute well. You have to.
Honestly, I love hearing that as an outsider to this ecosystem, looking for exposure at some point. I'm just too much of a trader, and I can't buy 67% returns in a month. I'm definitely interested, and that answer sort of solidifies my thinking as well. I know Craig went the mutant route, but I'll probably try and get an ape if they do pull back a little bit. That is kind of the thinking that I want to do. On that, what does apes look like to you in like a year or two's time? And then same as the other side, like is that a metaverse play? Would you still deem it that? Like, talk to us a little bit about both of those questions.
I'll take them one at a time. So the first one, it's something that I mentioned in my tweet when I took the gig, which is I think there's really three pillars. It's really like IRL, storytelling, and style, and I can break those down. So IRL is an unintuitive one. IRL for us is going to be the clubhouse, but it's also these meetups. And if you look at any kind of like really successful organization in the world that has a network effect, like let's look at like political or religious organizations. They always organize around geography. And I think that this notion that we have to wait until once a year till Ape Fest to get our biggest network effect is a fallacy.
Yeah.
I like it, but I actually don't think it's the most effective. I actually think it's a much bigger, one of my favorite things in 2021, 2022 is, and this is different because I was like in 10K and I was keeping a low profile, which is like a whole other story. But like I could go to any city in the world. I could let Bored Apes know that I'm there and people would just show up for lunch.
That's so cool.
That's crazy. That's crazy, right?
Yeah,
I don't know who anybody is. That's crazy. And you could do that today. It's just people don't do that because they're not in the habits. And so that was one of the first things I've actually, you know, even though I announced I'm CEO last Thursday, I've been doing the role for since March, right? And that was one of the first things is like, all right, let's get the meetups going. Let's organize by geography. Let's get into people's DMs. Let's work on the ground game. And part of that is just like, that's how every good network organization works. You work from geography because you're more likely to stay active in the network if the person lives down the street from you as opposed to a different city, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
that rings very true, especially with us in Australia.
Sorry, what were you saying?
Sorry, and that rings true for us, especially us being in Australia. With Ape Fest and that being overseas, I think we always on this side of the world maybe felt a little bit isolated from things like that.
Yeah.
Figgy, do you recognize the picture in the background I've got there?
It's cut off for me, so I can only see half of it.
It's cut off, Craig.
It's the aspect ratio. I got to see it. Oh, that's great. A little Wen Moon. Yeah. Yeah, Saboteurs. Yeah, that's a good one, man. I have so much 10KTF paraphernalia everywhere. Like I have this thing. I have the guys gave us to me. I see it every day at the office. I don't know if you've ever seen this, but I've got like you know, a board of all the different memories, and these are like all the in real life events. So I love that stuff, man. And at one point it was like a clown car here when we had the 893 Kagamis in here. So
I've got one. I've still got mine.
Right
that Kagami, I should have put it up. Damn it, I missed out. I was going to say, and the reason why I showed that artwork, I love art. I think, and I love that especially, was the first IRL meetup I went to, and 10KTF, well, not officially, unofficially had a meetup here on the Gold Coast, and we went out on a boat, and that was my first. Yeah, that was my first time meeting
Toys,
IRL.
right?
What's that? Sorry.
Toys Revolution? Toys?
That's exactly right. Yeah, Toys brought out a bunch of those, and I harassed him to get both. Took me 6 months to get both. I got both pictures. But that was my first experience of an IRL event where I was meeting strangers on the internet, but with something common. You know, obviously being, you know, 10KTF back then. There were a lot of apes and mutants back then too. But that kind of opened my eyes to the potential. And I think what's happening now, and I don't know if this is your take, it's not really a question, but I think IRL is becoming more and more important. And I think authenticity is becoming more and more important now in Web3. And I think face-to-face meetups are going to become more and more valuable. And that's actually one of the main reasons I bought a mutant, because I thought about it. And when I saw you guys opening up, or looking to where you are opening up the Miami Clubhouse, I was like, man, I reckon people are going to buy these to network. If I lived in Miami, I would 100, I mean, I own one anyway, and I live a million miles away. I would definitely own one just for the advantage of the potential to sit down with a like-minded person to network, especially being a creator. Even if you're not a creator, it's important, but especially for creators to talk to people like you, other people in the game, is hugely powerful. It's such a big shortcut, you know, to connect with people if you own those assets.
100%. I think outside of, you know, political and religious organizations, I just haven't seen something bring community together as intensely as these tokens. It's actually like such an abstract concept, because, you know, when we were doing like 10KTF event in New York, it was actually like 45 minutes outside this, like it wasn't easy to get to. And we had like a multi-hour line, and it's like, what do we all have in common? We have like JPEGs in our wallets, man.
Yeah.
That's kind of a wild thing to bring you together. And you do see, I think in the age of doom scrolling and brain rot, like people will pay a premium for high quality IRL experiences and connection. And the last thing I'll say about IRL is like, you know, I know we exist on Twitter and Discord and all this stuff, but like one good IRL event is better than a year of managing a Discord.
Oh yeah.
the feeling you get from an IRL just is, and it's the memories that you think back to and refer. Like I still think that boat party would have been, man, 4-5 years ago, and I still can remember it very well, and the connections I made, and I still speak, like Nudes was there, Greeny, and stuff like that.
You meet just people with common like so many things that like you all have, as you said, you have the same commonality of holding said asset. But in that, you have this same risk appetite around crypto, this whole understanding of where the world is heading. You appreciate the art, you appreciate the benefit of having a community. You like, I can't talk to my wife about this stuff, so that's why I love talking to Craig about this sort of stuff every day, right? And the beauty of having IRL events, we're about to head to one in Brisbane next week, Craig, with a bunch of Aussie crypto lovers as well. So yeah, it is paramount in my opinion. It's so important.
I think we're going to see a lot more of it, especially from crypto projects. I think we're going to see people try to push for IRL. There were two more pillars that I could talk about, but if you have another question, I can move on to the next question.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask, especially about your new role as or new-ish role as CEO. I know you've been doing it a bit longer than was announced. There was Nicole prior, and I think it was Daniel prior, and then Gaga, and then yourself. I guess the main question is, what do you think you bring that's going to be different to those guys, and why was it, I suppose, imperative, or why were you the man to come in and take this position?
This position is really hard. Like it's not something that anybody with experience like would easily jump at. It's a really hard position to be in because there's a lot of responsibility. I think, Nicole piloted it through the entire rise, through that first whole leg, and I think it's completely sensible to bring in, like, and it wasn't just Daniel, it was like there were a lot of other people too that were brought in during the next wave. And then when Garga came back, I think there was like a yearning to get back to the fundamentals, but it was way easier said than done because we had so many things in the air. You're like juggling chainsaws that are on fire, and you're trying to make sure that none of them drop, But now that we've simplified, I think nobody in the space has worked harder than Garga has, 100%. And I've worked with, so in my previous life, I used to work with a lot of pop stars, and the thing about working with them is they rise to sudden fame. They're a genius at one thing, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're a genius at everything, but everybody expects them to be. And so you're one of the things that I would do over and over is teach them okay, new vocabulary, teach them how to pattern match. You're really good at this, but you have to recognize that this other thing you need to learn the language of, and you're probably going to be great at it because you're great at this other thing. Garga's an incredible creative leader. I have nothing but great things to say about him. And I'm actually I think being able to let him just focus on things like BYC creative and what would be innovative and cool there is where he's going to really thrive the most and unlock the most value for the company. And in contrast, I understand why I was asked to do the roles, because I've got this history of creative entrepreneurship, and I have gone 0 to 1 on a lot of stuff before, and I think that's really where we're at. It's you've got to go 0 to 1. You're a startup. As much as people are oh, it's big Yuga Labs, we're a startup, man. Let me take you to the Silicon Valley garage that is Yuga Labs, and you watch us do this. And that's kind of that's where Grails OTC came from. I was with a bunch of holders on Thursday and Friday, and I was expressing the same way I'm talking to you guys right now. I was expressing how I feel about the future. And by the time they were done with it, they were these are big holders. I don't want to say exactly who they were, but they were I want to buy a Grail, but a Grail. I want to buy and hold something that I think is going to be really cool and collectible. And then there's a couple different people, and I was well, these are the ones that are for sale right now. And they're yeah, but I don't want those ones. I want the ones that aren't for sale.
The untouchable ones.
But they're Grails, and there's this whole I don't even know how to get a hold of these anonymous wallet addresses sometimes, you know? And so that's what drove me to, because it is just being in the trench inspires the idea. I was in the trench, and I was oh, as the CEO of this company, if somebody is I have 50 ETH, 100 ETH, I'm ready to go. What should I spend it on? I'm I should be able to solve that problem. And so that's kind of how Grails OTC came to be. And it's just been you bump into this wow, look at all this pent up demand for people. People don't want to talk about floors. They want to talk about ceilings.
Yeah.
We're sick of talking about the floor, right? And actually, one of the best things about the BUIC collection is the traits.
Agreed.
Unlike a lot of other collections, like there are really cool discussions about individual traits or sub-communities on the traits. So it's like, okay, great. Like we can highlight that with Grails OTC. And it's not just BUIC. Like there's a bunch of Grails throughout the space, right? So I think that sometimes like the answer is in the problem, and you have to like go and find out what that problem is to begin with. And the only way to do that is being in the trenches. And so like that's what I have done most of my career. Like I probably would actually not be as effective in a bigger, more like 100 to 10,000. Like they've gone 0 to 1, but now they're doing the next thing. I probably wouldn't be as effective at those organizations, but like this phase, I've seen it so many times that I can kind of like I can give my best shot at it,
Well, I mean, just to comment on that specifically, I love seeing that you've partnered with obviously Cirrus to offer better liquidity. So buy Grail, borrow against it, unlock capital all through the Yuga Grails OTC desk. Craig, that's huge. I wanted to ask on that, Figge, is there like it's all still anonymous via except if I was to DM this account, is that how you can see this, like to select potentially what ones you would be on offer is the question I'm kind of asking?
Yeah. I mean, I think the kind of like dance of an OTC trade has to exist where like, there's a reason, if something's been on the market for, it's like real estate, if something's been on the market for a while, like you're going to haggle it down, doesn't have as much aura. But if something is fresh, if you're like, hey, we hear you, you want blue beams, we're going to go look for those for you. And especially if you can't find them, if you manage to pry somebody into thinking like, I might be open to talking about selling that blue beams, that's the moment where it gets very exciting for OTC deals, right? And I think that is something unique to these Grail collections, is just like, how do you dig around and find that fresh thing? And by the way, there's like a lot of brokers that are already doing this, but it is in unofficial capacity. And now that Yuga has been like, no, we are going to get involved in this. Like, there's a lot of brokers that will come to us. There's a lot of, potential, broker buyers that will come to us too. So you have like the sellers and the buyers, and like we work with everybody, and it's actually like better to have a canonical stack that's like, this is a legit way.
I totally agree. I'd feel a lot better about approaching you guys to do that transfer than and no disrespect to the other brokers out there, but you guys being the official who can put you in the right direction would feel a lot better if you're spending a fair amount of money, right? Sorry, you go, Greeny.
No, like I bought my Punk last year off Punk's OTC. So like I totally understand that approach. Back to Otherside. So it's been in development for years. As you said, you've been really hustling over the last sort of year, I suppose. Where is it at now? Yeah. When did the holders start to see a bit of a payoff? Like talk to us a little bit about the plans moving forward with the Otherside.
Yeah. So, I experienced Otherside from the other side of the table. Like I was not at Yuga yet. So like I definitely, aped so much gas into the mint. And then also like, I love trading myself too. Yeah. So like when I looked at that as an outsider, I was like, what's the next catalyst for Ape? I'm like, I'm not really sure. So I'm going to exit here. It was like $25. So I was like, it was like a 300 grand position of Ape to exit, which is great. And then I thought I was a genius because I was like, I've got the liquidity, and I just kept buying other deeds all the way down. I was like, yeah, I'm picking up deals, man. I'm picking up deals. So I just turned that money into a shit ton of other deals. So like, I feel when people are like, hey, I spent a lot of money. I'm like, me too, man. Like I see, and that's one of the things with 10KTF. It was also a community of communities. So it's like, oh, Otherside is that too. So like we can kind of start plugging in there and shipping those things together. So like that was always kind of the vision that I was bought into and still am. I think that, a lot along with like the history of it getting me initially, like Otherside was these big Broadway shows, first trip, second trip. It was like these very big kind of one-off spectacles in a way. And they did create a lot of signal, but to get to like, hey, when do I get to walk on my deed? When do I get to start creating resources? Like all of that stuff, that was still kind of like a ways away. And things were always slower, realistically, just because like the tech stack was built on an outside vendor. That means that we have to negotiate like SOW, the scope of works. And like, we would always have to like spend a lot of time on alignment and legal stuff to make sure that like we were going to get what we wanted. Right. Like, which is not as efficient as it is now, which is like, okay, one team, one dream, let's go after this thing. And like the energy within Yuga right now is like absolutely electric. It's like absolutely electric.
That's cool.
Otherside. And people are like so stoked to be shipping this stuff. But these are very, very big builds. And I think you need both when you're in Web3. Like you need that kind of short-term hit to show people like, here it is, here's the attention. And we do have great stuff like that. Actually, daily active users in Otherside is the highest this week that it's ever been since launch, which is awesome.
Yeah, good.
Next week we've got the Daniel Arsham drop. So that's another big thing where we've got like a first, I think we may have to push it a couple days, but like the official comms are out there if you guys are interested. We are doing that drop natively in Otherside. It's only, 300 pieces. So it's a really, and then there's rarities within that. So it's just fun, bringing the fun back to collecting. So we're doing these kind of like short-term content treadmill kind of beats, but also there's a team underneath that's working on all of the work that it takes to get, we call it the resource game, but like when these things actually start emitting resources and you're trading, you're competing, you're collaborating, you're, strategizing against other people. And that's something that we're aiming for, that's a this year goal, like to get that going. But it's a big push, it's stuff like the clubhouse. It's a big push. You're like doing physical construction. Like it's tough to kind of like attach something like Web3, which operates at the speed of light, to like things that are like longer pole and have like real world limitations on them. But like we're in a unique position to be able to pursue something like that. So we should do it. And that's our take on it.
Yeah, I remember. I mean, a lot of people here right now, and those who weren't here will remember the Otherside mint. That was crazy, dude. I was one of the people trying to mint, and I got gassed out. Unfortunately, I think it went above $2,500, and I was just clicking up and gas like a mad dog. And then in hindsight, I could have waited to get them a lot cheaper. And I actually ended up buying one later on, what I thought was cheap. And then obviously in hindsight, it wasn't, but that's fine. I actually still hold it. I never sold it. Did you just mention sometime this year we might be able to go to those deeds, Figge, and visit our land?
That's the goal.
Yeah, dude.
That is the goal. That's what I said at Ape Fest too. So like we're trying to, when we say stuff out loud, we're really trying to stick to that. But yeah, again, like these things are complicated. Like we wound up acquiring, Improbable and M Squared, like getting into conversations about acquiring them like 2 weeks after Ape Fest. And that wasn't like really something that we had planned. We thought we were going to work on a different cadence, but I do think it's like better for the long term that happens. It just like, okay, this is another reset. We've got to like make sure that this is working right. And it's a lot of work to make that stuff feel invisible too. It could manifest in a period of silence or something. And we've been really good at like actually hitting the timeline pretty hard, which I'm all about, like I think people just want to hear that you're working, and it's really hard to be angry or FUD when you're like, oh, these people are showing up every day very clearly, and they have been for years. So yeah, I know it's been a long wait, but nobody wants to get it out more than me. It's just you got to get it right too. You really got to get it right.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think you kind of semi-answered this before, but you've spoken about you want obviously Bored Apes to be the best club in the world, or on the internet at least. I wanted to sort of ask you what does that look like for holders, and what's perhaps in store that you can speak about anyway that will make that a reality.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of different angles we can discuss that from, right? Like the first was the pillars that I was talking about. So we talked about IRL, and then the other two are like storytelling and style.
Yeah.
And so maybe I should finish out those two, but then it's not quite answering your question, and I do want to answer your question, so we'll probably have to regroup. So sorry for a TED talk here, but a little bit of a rant. So the IRL bit, and we've talked about that and how it's unintuitive for like a very digital platform to prioritize like a non-digital thing, but I think it is effective. I think there is demand for that. The next is storytelling. I think that a lot of the stuff that connected people to the world of Bored Ape Yacht Club was even like when you first arrive at the Bored Ape Yacht Club website back in 2021, it is this clubhouse. You can click into the clubhouse. It's almost like this old LucasArts kind of game, but it's really around like, what is the story of this world? When the mutants came out and there was like serums, it's a kind of a thin layer of storytelling but we've also always had like really great drawings, right? And so the storytelling that we're focused on right now is the anime, and that's something that we previewed at Ape Fest. But I think that, you know, right now it's probably more sensible, and we're seeing a lot of other projects do, is pursuing something like a TCG, which is like components of an anime, but it's actually like you can sell it today and it's hot. And like my take on it, and really like talking with Greg and Wiley too, is like, well, if you're gonna go for it, and this is something we're doing as Bored Ape Studios with Machu Big Brother, who's like, you know, doing this with us, like we can set the target as like we want to go after. And I'll probably tweet more about this, so I don't want to like front run my own conversation about this, just trying to spread it out, not release it all in one day.
Give us some alphabet.
But I do think that actually making a piece of media that like is something that a much broader audience can point to, and you know, at some level, this isn't like what the narrative is about, but one of the things it's solving for is giving hooks for like the traits and why they exist and stuff like that. So that way, you know, when you hit your goal, if you get to a much broader mainstream audience, they'll be able to also similarly hook into all the things that, like, when I'm talking with a couple of grail holders, or, you know, who want to collect grails and they want to collect certain traits, like a broader audience is going to want to find, like, now we've really increased the TAM via storytelling. And I think like you see this with like Sapiens, like that Yuval book, which is, it just talks about like humans organize through storytelling. Like our Dunbar number is about 300 people. You could only care about 300 people in your life at a time, right? But how you organize people more than that number is through stories. And so like that is the thing that we are trying to tap in here. Again, very big build, but I think the cool thing about that, as opposed to, you know, something that deals with construction or something, is like we can show a little bit of those pieces. We can show some of the behind the scenes of that. So looking forward to, like, at least without giving away, you know, too much of the story, we can show some of the stuff that I think people, it's an expansion of why people fell in love with the club to begin with, which is storytelling. And then the third pillar, style, you know, like I think we've done such killer collabs with like huge brands out there. And I think it would be a disservice to call it merch or even just apparel. I think there is this kind of like style pillar that really captures the essence of what Bored Ape is. And it's like style with a capital S. And what is the club and what isn't the club, and what is our style, and like making sure that that is really clear. And something that we shared in the tweet today is like, yeah, we also want to like start looking at the yacht club as a motif. Like we've been so Bored Ape for so long, but like there is this yacht club part of it that we want to like play up a little bit more, because that's a fun component of the club that I don't think that we fully have explored yet. So those are the three things that I think we're focused on. And then the way that they meant to, Craig, to your question, which was like, so what does that mean over the next year? I think you are going to see a lot more meetups. I think you are going to see a lot more network effect building. And one of the things, I mean, if you're checking charts, one of the charts you should look at is probably, because this is, you know, I'm talking to you guys who are traders, right? So like, if you want to check a chart, a really interesting chart is unique holders. Unique holder count is extremely bullish for us.
Yeah, agreed.
I think that when you're seeing mutants climb to all-time highs in unique holder counts, it's like, what does that mean on a fundamental level? It means that there's a lot of people that have one. And as the price goes up, you could, you know, people have things they want to do in life. Like, depending on what it is, they might want help with like a school loan or a car or something like that, and they might need to sell it. Most people buy two, because you could sell one on the way up. But when you only own one,
I had to buy two.
When you only own one, it becomes very hard to let go of that one, which is another, you know, good component of the network. So I really like unique holders as a stat to climb. I think that is a very important thing. So even, you know, if I actually don't like it as much when I see the floor climb up a bunch and unique holders, you know, come down, I'm like, I would rather see in that. I mean, I know this is a little sacrilege, but like walk the logic with me. I'd rather see a little bit of a retrace and those unique holders come back up, and I'll have a better average than unique holders continuing to plummet and the floor going up. That's just not it.
It's not sustainable.
That's not desirable.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, Craig, we
Right.
speak about that. Like that's something.
That's why I bought the mutant. It was 62%
why I analyze-
holders, I think. Yeah.
Exactly. Like I analyze that all the time when looking at NFTs. And you are right. Like the fact that your second collection has 62% says everything about that second collection as well. Like, and obviously apes are just below the 62% as well. Oh, dude, I'm eyeing him off right now on the show. Figure it's
I've been trying to help Greeny buy a full mutant for a while, but he might go ape, I guess.
Greeny, if you need, you could contact Grails OTC if you want to really.
I don't know if I want to spend that much at this stage, but we'll see. No, well, I mean, yeah, like you've answered so many of our questions. We've got a few more, and thank you again so much for your time. I suppose, like you've talked previously about obviously competing against like the juggernauts, like Roblox, Minecraft, even Fortnite to an extent, through user-generated, sort of like the metaverse, if we want to call it that, of Otherside. Those platforms obviously have hundreds of millions of people, and I mean, I played Fortnite for a long time as well. And kids these days literally like live on Roblox. What do you think? Like, how do you get to that as a Web3 company? Are we just still so early to that like narrative and that adoption? Like, talk to us about that sort of perspective.
Yeah, so this is something that I've talked about a couple times on these shows this week. Like, there's a phrase that rings in my ears, like history doesn't repeat, but it rhymes. You know, and when I look at things in the past and really analyze them, like Warcraft 3 had this use map settings mode where any developer could have gone in and used the primitives of Warcraft 3 to make whatever game they wanted. And then people did that. It's kind of like amateur stuff. But what came out of that was Defense of the Ancients, Dota. And like that became a multi-billion-dollar company. And then also what cloned Dota was League of Legends, which is also a multi-billion-dollar company. And it's like, it's so crazy that came out of Warcraft 3 use map settings. But then also, if you really look at that analogy, it's like, well, you didn't have like Rare going into Warcraft 3. You didn't have, you didn't have other big video game companies going into that use map settings. It's like garage tinkerers come in and like they come up with a net new thing. And if you actually look at the most successful things on Roblox, they're not other professional gaming companies. They are other garage tinkerers that grew up on Roblox and know the platform. And so based off that mental model, you know, it's, while it could be bullish to be like, oh, we got like, you know, X, Y, and Z huge giant developer to come into Otherside. It's like, yeah, but everything in the past has said that like, usually it's some super like probably neurodivergent person that like really learns your system and then makes something new and innovative out of that. But I'm also, you know, I'm also data driven and I want to be sober about it. Like we have different levels of UGC. And I don't know if they're going to pattern match against Roblox or Fortnite or any of those things. Sure, microtransactions, all of that. But like when I look at like one thing that we have is called the ODK, which basically is like full Unreal Engine, except it has the network attachment so that we could do this in Otherside and have like 1,000 people join and it won't blink, right? That's crazy. That's a crazy piece of network moat that we have. But for a lot of garage tinkerers, like going straight to Unreal Engine and like coding up a whole thing from scratch, like we're just seeing it based off the numbers. It's like you get less adoption unless you're subsidizing it or holding a huge carrot at the end of it. In the case of Roblox, the huge carrot is their DAUs, right? We don't have those DAUs yet, so we would have to subsidize it. In the meantime, what we've been doing is rolling out like vibe coding. So I am like totally addicted to Claude and all this stuff. And yeah, man, like I'm not a developer. I've done some code for like animation and stuff, but like since November, I've had over 4,000 GitHub commits. This is crazy. Like I have no business doing any of this stuff, but it's just like whatever you could think of, you can make. And I'm not unique in that sense. A lot of people are doing it. So it's like, how can you take, again, something slow that's game development and accelerate it to something that's like the speed of vibe coding? And so that's what we're doing with MML. And there's a lot of things around that. And that has a much warmer level of engagement attached to it because it's like abstracted to some level. But the thing that we have actually gotten the most traction on, and it is a little hard to wrap your mind around, is like the avatar system in Otherside. We have over 500,000 avatars in Otherside, unique avatars, over 200 communities. And you're like, okay, that's a, you know, cosmically big number compared to anything else that we're doing. And so there's something about the avatars, which, you know, that rhymes with the PFP. So like, I get it, but like people love collecting. And like, that's what this Daniel Arsham thing is at the end of the day. It is the Avatar Voyager. It's his expression of it. I think of it like a bear brick or a vinyl toy. Like a bear brick and a vinyl toy doesn't actually have that much technology around it. You just like look at it and you're like, I need to collect that. And like, that's the feeling that we're trying to get to with these products. So, you know, I would still say that we're one of the few places that has the luxury of like really being able to continue experimenting at scale for some time. But yeah, I mean, I think one argument, like the straw man, would be like, how come you're not spending on user acquisition right now? And I would say, well, I think that right now the customer acquisition cost would be so high and retention would be not high enough because the product isn't thick enough, that I would rather take that same money and spend it on the product until we are more certain that the network effect of the product itself and the features that it has can lower customer acquisition costs, maybe even make it organic, as well as increase retention. And I check those charts every morning to see Otherside retention. They look unbelievable, but it's still something where it's like we have to build more product. You know?
Well, I mean, that makes sense, right? Like that's exactly what all these social media platforms are doing. Like their one goal is retention. Spend as much time as possible on Twitter, spend as much time as possible on Instagram, to the point that their algo is literally reading, okay, well, what is Greeny going to watch in the next reel that keeps him on this? So I totally get it from the product side. And I actually love hearing that. Craig, over to you.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've got a 9-year-old son, and he plays Roblox probably a lot more than he should. But it's one of the reasons young people do that now is because, well, he's an only child for one. So for socialization, he can connect with his friends after school and play. And now he's just recently got into actually building games himself, and he's 9. So it's crazy. And it's crazy because what you just said is so true. He's a raving fan of Roblox. And that passion for loving the games has now led him to wanting to be a dev. So it just shows that there is a path there. You've got, am I right, Figge? You guys have people testing the toolkit to create with the vibe coding now. That's happening now, and that's just for a selected few that are doing that?
Everything I just said is live. So you could go to straight up Unreal Engine, ODK. You could DM PM, I think it's PM0721 on Twitter. You can find them on Discord too, but like we can give you access. I think the one to like it is open to all like other deed holders. One of the reasons why we try to like talk with people first is because it's like some people will be like, I could just build my thing like anywhere, and then they open it up and it's full on Unreal Engine. And I'm like, that could be overwhelming for you. So I just want to make sure that you know what you're signing up for there. Because for Unreal Engine developers, that's normal, right? But for like regular people, we are working on tools that kind of like abstract away the complexity of that. And it's more of a drag and drop. So like I was talking to a friend of mine who actually has like a really big fashion app on Roblox. And I think, you know, there's this kind of like, oh, creators create, like you guys are creators, right? Like you have this show. And so you want to cater to creators first on any platform, for Instagram, whatever. You want to cater to creators, because like creators are only like 1% of the platform. Like the other 99% tend to be consumers of that creators. But everybody wants to identify with the creators. There's also romanticism around it. And so what she did was she rolled out an app that had a prompt on the bottom, and it was like, here, you're now a designer, you're a fashion designer, and people get overwhelmed with the prompts, right? And then instead, she goes, okay, there's a prompt at the bottom, but above the prompt, there's a red dress, a green dress, and a blue dress. And you just drag and drop them. 98% of the people use that red, green, and blue dress, and that's how they're a creator. They still feel like they are a creator. Okay, I'll drag and drop a new red dress. I don't like that red dress. I'm going to drag and drop a new red dress and do different iterations. So it's more like a curator. This is a very big thing that I used to encounter in my old life because like creative direction was what I was doing. But it's like, is this person a curative director or a creative director? And I think that there's a very big difference. And I do think that you can capture a bigger audience if you're more into like curator tools. If people feel like they are creating, but like they don't want to actually learn all of this stuff or deal with a prompt. They just want it simple and make decisions and participate. But like they don't want to deal with all of the really devy stuff, you know? So that's just another way to think about it.
Greeny, you go. Otherwise, just so we don't hold Figgy up, I've just got a few questions from the audience, but Greeny, you fire away on the next one if you want.
One of my questions now is from the audience, which is kind of, I'm sure plenty of people would love to hear, is ApeCoin. So talk to us specifically about the plan with ApeCoin, integration to Otherside. Is there a plan around that specifically? Talk us through that.
Yeah, I mean, ApeCoin is the coin of the realm for Otherside. This Daniel Larson drop is going to happen in ApeCoin. And yeah, ApeCoin's an interesting take because it's gone through like a bunch of different life cycles. It's run by a DAO. It was kind of like created in an era where if you were associated with a token being created, like you'd get a love letter from the SEC. Like there was like very scary amount of regulation around here. And then, you know, there's going to be this like Rube Goldberg thing to keep you legal in every jurisdiction. It's just like, with, you know, the creation of ApeCoin was before my time, but my thesis on it is it still inherits a lot of that complexity and story when really, like, I think one of the most powerful things, and it's like Bored Ape Yacht Club, it's like to ape is like, it is such a great cultural thing. Like, I'm going to go ape this thing. Like, it is one of the big things in crypto that's native. Like, I'm going to ape that thing. Everybody uses it. Yeah. But I think because it has all of this history, it has a hard time shedding, you know, what it was in that past. And and this is something that, you know, I was telling you guys, like right at the very beginning, we have a whole bunch of new holders for like mutants, for instance, right? Yeah. And a lot of these people are new, excited. They were priced out before. They didn't think it was like the right price for them. And now they get to buy into this opportunity to be part of this club. And, you know, there's people that are OGs and they've been through thick and thin. There's people that are OGs that have their own trauma over like, well, this thing happened and I thought that thing was going to happen. And it's like, if you talk to a lot of the new holders, they're like, hey man, please don't trauma dump onto me. Like I just got here. I'm hiding. Yeah. Like I don't, let's just like focus on the future. Like I understand that thing, but like, let's just try to like make something great here. Yeah. And I think that day for ApeCoin is coming. Okay. Like I think that day when people realize like, oh yeah, there's a lot of shit here. And there's a lot of VC speculation. There's a lot of offshore stuff. There's a lot of this and that and the DAO and the other thing. And it's like, I just think that shift is coming for ApeCoin in the future. I can't tell you how far or close we are to that. I think a lot of people are looking to Otherside to be one of the great like engagers of and that is like in the Otherside resource game. That's one of the underlying principles is that like ape is the coin of the realm and all of that. But you know, ApeCoin is in 100% circulation right now. Yeah. I think that you probably similarly are seeing some level of rotation happening with it, speaking purely on a trader angle. Yeah. And I think that there is a huge psychological impact. Like, you know, look at Hyperliquid, for instance. It has a really great narrative of like, well, they're profitable and they could take all of the fees and they could use the fees to buy back the token. And that's why the token is strong. And it's like, well, if you actually look at, so I'm very pro Hyperliquid, by the way, but if you actually look at the money that they're using, like if they are taking the fees and you look at the buy pressure from the fees, it is not enough to justify all the buy pressure, but that's not really the point. It is because there's a buyer of last resort there. There is a strong narrative for why that's a strong coin, right? And I think people are going to have to look for that. And I've seen this with Solana, you know, like when I was getting into Solana, it was dropping below 20 at that one point. And I think for me, the unlock was when I heard FTX didn't hold Solana anymore. Yeah. Right. When you heard FTX doesn't have any Solana bags, it's like, well, then who is there to dump on us? And like, that's when I think the run started on Solana. And I think like there has to be some, I think this always happens, right? Like it happened with mutants, literally. Like when I first took the job, I was on Coffee with Captain saying like, well, if you have an ETH right now, I don't know if you would pick a mutant. You'd maybe pick a quirky or like a you know, something. He was mentioning a bunch of different things, which shout out to Poppy, man. Like I got to pick that quirky still if you're watching. But you know, he would like this was just like 5 weeks ago. He was like, you know, I don't know if I would pick up a mutant. And it's like that unlock hadn't happened yet in the space. Like we hadn't started doing the meetups. We hadn't released a new website. And the old website, like you don't even know what the problem is. I'll tell you what the problem with the old website is. It was too theatrical. Like you go to it and you go in and it's a full-on clubhouse. There's a very high production value. You go in, but I cannot find any of the old activations. If I'm somebody working at Yuga trying to get partnerships off the ground and I send them to the Bored Ape Yacht Club website, good luck. You're not going to be able to find any of the historical stuff. You're not going to be able to find that we did stuff with BMW, with Gucci, with Rolling Stone, with, you know, like all of these really cool brands, with Bape. And now you can. And so it's like, what is even wrong with it to begin with? And how do we fix that? And once that is fixed, once we show that we are fixing that, enough bullish signals can kind of change that narrative. So sorry, it's every answer I have is a bit of a TED talk, and I can talk about this from a couple different angles, but like,
no, I love the detail.
No, that's all. I think that's what we want to hear, what the audience wants to hear. So no, please continue doing that, Craig.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, just to go off that before I ask the questions from the crowd, I put a tweet up cheekily about 6 months ago saying I'll buy a mutant when it breaks below 0.25 ETH. I put it up as a bit of a troll. And it got a lot of hits, man. It got a lot of hits. I had a lot of apes obviously giving me a hard time. And that was cool. That was kind of the point of it. And funny enough, I bought my mutant the other day for 0.9. And then I retweeted that going, I lied. Because... And what you just explained there is exactly what happened in my mind, because when I was watching mutants, I was like, okay, I'm watching these drop in price. I want a discount because I still think there's probably value at that price. And then I saw you guys starting to ship again, and I saw you guys starting to be active on the timeline again and starting to clean up what I'd consider, I don't want to say a bit of the mess, but like getting rid of the other collections, like all the questions we asked, why did you get rid of them? I really agree that you should have. I think that was a good move for me personally. As someone wanting to enter the club, I want to know as I'm reluctant to use investor because I guess I am somewhat, or holder. I want to know that your focus was going to be probably on what I hold. And sure enough, you guys fixed it up. So I ended up buying for just about 4 times the price that I said I was going to. So I just wanted to say exactly what you guys have done psychologically is what affected me to buy. So congratulations, you got me to buy in 4 times higher than I wanted to, and vice versa. Everyone else started to buy in as well. Some questions that I had, Figge, just quickly from some of the holders and non-holders. One of the main ones, and you probably get this all the time: will we see Wagmi-san in the other side? Will we perhaps see him there? Will he perhaps have the feature there? And will the shop be there one day, maybe?
That's what we want, man. That's what we want. Yeah, I think like the goal was actually, and the team actually talked about this in February. Unfortunately, like because we did this acquisition, like it kind of slowed down some of the stuff. We actually wanted to go out with this Daniel Arsham drop in February and then roll out Voyager related stuff then. But like now we're rolling it out now, and so this is kind of the thing when things are offset. And it's one of the reasons why it's like it's really hard to telegraph to everybody like this is what we're going to do over the next 6 months, because like reality happens and then people start, clipping you and quote tweeting you from like, hey, that you said this on this thing 6 months ago. I'm like, yeah, but there's more context there. Like a bunch of stuff happened in between. We need to pivot. So that's why people are like shy about saying exactly what they're going to do, because they need room to maneuver. But like, yes, absolutely, that is one of the things that we want to do.
Let's go.
Guys, I hate to. Okay, I still have a few minutes. This guy's running behind, but I have a 5 o'clock.
No, sure. So, yeah. I can just ask one last question from my end anyway. Someone was asking, will the other side eventually be an app on the Apple Store? Because apparently their kids are dead keen to play it on there. I mean, I didn't know this was even a term, iPad kids and things like that. So apparently there's people who want to play on devices like that through an app, perhaps. Is that something that's maybe rolling out in the future?
Yeah, for some that's a distribution question. For some context, 80% of all Roblox users use the iPad.
Yeah.
And I think that is, again, like on the face of it, the correct answer. But I think what the problem actually is distribution. Right now we're a web app, and technically you want to get the web app into a state where it's interoperable with like the App Store or Steam or the Epic Games Store. And I think that it's more about choosing which distribution platform you're going to be able to effectively gather customers from and which ones want your business. Because like, imagine if we took this and we went to Steam right now. One of the common pitfalls that we could get is the customer acquisition cost on Steam right now is between $30 and $40. Do you think, and this may not be the best in class marketing, but like the average price is like $30 to $40. And it's quite high, because then the expectation is the lifetime value of that customer you would hope would really be more than $30 to $40, which is like kind of a big ask for most people.
Yeah.
And And so it's like, okay, if you pursue that route, are you confident that you're not just going to like spend yourself into the ground trying to acquire customers on that platform? So that's one component. And then there's also like, you can get deplatformed on the app store quite easily.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's just a matter of like balancing, because especially if you have crypto as one of your features, you know, the app store is it's known for being mercurial about that. But the underlying problem is, how do you get more users onto Otherside?
Love that.
Yeah.
Figge, leave us with this. If everything goes right, 2 years time, what does Yuga, what does Otherside, and everything look like?
If everything goes right, 2 years time, Bitcoin's at $1 million.
Yeah.
ETH is probably at 10K. Solana's at 1,000.
Yeah, beautiful.
ApeCoin's at 20. No, I shouldn't say stuff like that.
I'm locking all this in, Figge.
Somebody's gonna like clip all of that shit and be like, "You said this, but not financial advice. Don't say any of that shit." No, you got to bull post, man. You got to be optimistic. This place is too cynical to like, and that's the fun of it. Like, I'm not actually trying to set price targets on thing in the real world, because like, all that matters is that you're bull posting the qualities of the world that you want. Like, I would hope that the Bored Ape Yacht Club is known as the best club on the internet worldwide, because it should develop the reputation. The one last thing I'll leave you with, and I think this is something that's understated, that maybe is a personal quality of mine that we haven't articulated as a club, but like, I think that one of the really cool things about the Bored Ape Yacht Club is hospitality. Yeah. And the reason why I like hospitality, I used to practice this with, you know, the creative practice and the concerts that I used to go to. For me, hospitality is a concept of, I thought about you before you got here. Like, that's how you get sum up hospitality. I thought about you before you got here. And when it was concerts, it was like, how do we take this moment and really make it sizzle? Because like, if you get this moment right, everybody's going to cheer. And it's the same thing here. It's like, how can okay, there's Bored Apes coming to my city. How can I show them my city in a way that they're going to want to come back? How can I show them attributes of the club in the way that they're going to want to join it? And I think like that level of hospitality is, we haven't really like codified that. That is just something that I believe. And I think that we would want Bored Ape Yacht Club to be known as that throughout the world. It's got all the best qualities. It's the club that you want to be a part of. Sure, you can buy into it, but like, it's really made up of really solid members. For Otherside, I really do think like there's got to be a breakthrough there on a new way that people can connect. It's a way that maybe other people pursuing, you know, look at how much Meta has spent pursuing this abstraction of the idea of the metaverse. And even the M word is like something we stay away from, is like digital social space. Like, what is Discord? Do people call Discord the metaverse? Like, I think it is just its own thing. It's Otherside. And we need to get very crispy and focused about what you can do here that you can't do anywhere else. Yeah. And when people go to Otherside because they could do this one thing or two things that they could do there better than anywhere else, like that's where we have to get to in 2 years from now. And we need the numbers and the data to reflect that. And I really, truly do think it's the PvE platform. Like, I think every community can win in Otherside. We still have friction we need to reduce. We still have a product that we need to make better, but that's the target.
Yeah, no, I love that. Figge, thank you so much for joining us here on Market Mates. We very much appreciate it. And I'm sure plenty of the audience members appreciate your time as well.
For sure. Okay. Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me on. Thanks to everybody in the audience. See you guys later.
Thanks, Figge. Thanks, Legend. Thanks for your time, brother. Thank you.
Craig, absolute banger. Great to have that interview with Figge. Massive shout out to him. And yeah, guys, make sure you do go follow him on Twitter to stay up to date with what's happening in Yuga Labs and Bored Ape Yacht Club and Otherside and other Ds and all of it. ApeCoin, all of that sort of stuff, Craig. I mean, dude, it makes me want to buy. Like, there's two reasons I kind of want to buy apes, or an ape, maybe a mutant as well. One, or let's go 3 reasons. The first reason is a hedge on Ethereum. I think it's good to have exposure to Ethereum over the long term. Second one is the organic price action that we've seen with OpenSea, with Magic Eden dropping off the ball with EVM NFTs, and the fact that we've just seen a beautiful rally. Like, this was all organic. This was all authentic. Sure, like Figge going into the CEO role, shipping a bit of sort of products, talking outwardly about what's happening, the plans. Like, people love that shit. And so naturally for me, like, that's a good sign. Match that with obviously OpenSea no longer farming us all for our own liquidity for a TG. It just goes back to collectibles. You can trade NFTs, as you said. You can look at unique ownership. You can look at volume. You can look at, that's how we made a 10x on normies, and how you've already made like what 40, 50% on your mutant trade, right? And then thirdly, like, dude, how can you not want exposure to that? Like that, and they are like, if you think about it, like all other NFT collections, I'm talking Moonbirds, Pudgies, Azuki, Doodles, everything. Miladies, I don't hold in that class. They're a separate category, in my opinion.
They're a funny one, aren't they?
They're a funny one. I agree.
They're a counter trade almost to the main ones.
They're a meme, in my opinion. They're a meme. All of that, in my opinion, even though I hold a Pudgy Penguin, I would say apes, because they did ape coin so early, and it technically wasn't really ever a meme coin. It was more of a utility-based coin and a DAO coin, right? I would say because they did that such a long time ago, they're so much ahead of all these other NFT collections. And you can't, like, they are the face of NFTs. Like, people, when I talk about NFTs, and like my wife, for example, great example, like she knows what a Pudgy is now because I've owned one for multiple years. But before that, if you said, oh, apes, do you remember what apes are? Like, everybody knows that, right? Because they were just so like, how cool would it be to probably own one, Craig? And there is one. I'm looking at one right now. It's $25,000. I'm tempted. I am tempted. Yeah, dude, I don't know. Like, it's exciting. Like, the trader in me wants to wait because I do think we see a bit of a pullback.
Yeah. We're sort of seeing a little one now, but that might have more to do with the Ethereum price slightly, maybe, I was going to say. But like I said on the show yesterday, we're probably due a pullback after what a bloody 80% pump on mutants, for instance. What did apes pump over the last 30 days? Was it about 60, 70%?
70%. Yeah, that's pretty good, dude. That's pretty good. And I mean, you know me, I would love to buy a Flawless just because that's a better trade, but I would love to buy a rarer ape, a rarer ape and a rarer mutant. So we're going to pull it up. I've ranked it. List is right now 4K USD, most rare, Craig, because I mean, you got to have a look at these bad boys. But I know, is there any here that tickle your fancy on this website? Let me
so this isn't the floor. This isn't the floor, is it?
This is listed under $4,000. So floor is $3,000. So it's $1,000 premium. Most rare. So this is the most rare listed currently, according to traits and according to OpenSea's trait model. Are there any here that really interest you? Because I am looking. I do have the ETH. I do have the ETH ready. I am tempted. But the same, as I said before, I mean, Anthony says buy deeds. I mean, I'd consider buying a deed. More so like just to. Sorry that I got paid. I fell over and hurt my hand yesterday, so it's raw as fuck. I apologize. That's why I keep touching my hand with the paper towel. Apes and Mutants are for the pause. Cairo says, shout out to Cairo. The only NFT worth holding is a punk. Dude, I'm not spending 60 grand. I would rather spend 60 grand on accumulating Zukis, Pudgies, Apes, Mutants, Moonbirds, right? I would rather separate my wealth across that than one punk. At this stage, like I said previously, I would buy a punk if it got to 30, 40K. I think that's probably a fair valuation. I don't know if that happens. I don't know, Craig. Like, is there any here that you really like the look of?
I'm always a fan of the fur coat top left, the pimp coat.
Defarmer sort of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and I like the M. Is that like an M2 grin / those teeth that it's got? There's more like a second mutation on the first one and the third one, for instance. There. I think that's an M2 grin. So I quite like those. I've actually got a Gucci ape, Gucci mutant with an M2 grin. Yeah, that one's actually pretty sick, bro. That one's actually quite sick when you zoom in. Also, I'm a big fan of a blue background or the orange.
I like that. Yeah. I think the background does make a difference. You can always change that, though. You can change that.
You can, and I have done that in the past when I've got ones with a sort of a lamer, like purple, or that are quite dull blue background. I like to change. Start with the background color, because there's always a big fight between apes, between aqua and orange and everything else.
Is that legit? Is that legit a thing?
Dude. Yeah, very much so. Especially the aqua. So people like J Bond will preach the aqua blue to you. And then there's
it does look good.
That one's sick, bro.
I mean, this is 100 grand, Greg. I'm not.
Oh yeah, hang on. What's that one there with the multicolored grid? What's that one?
Where? This one.
The fur coat. No, down.
Oh, this one,
Yeah.
dude. Dude, 16 grand for that is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, dude.
That's off its head, man.
Dude, that's a good mutant for 16 grand. Let's look at its history. Wait, what? No way, bro. It's never been sold. No,
yeah,
that
people
can't.
like that as well. And you know what's really funny I found about some apes, and I know apes are going to be listening to me going, fuck, you're a noob, Craig. They value the mint number. So like if you've got number 100 or number 200, round numbers, like ENSs,
all about that,
I'm not quite that far down the rabbit hole. For the trader in me is going, relax, bro. That's just too exotic. Okay, and I think perhaps it is. But
should I reveal the ape that I'm looking at? I mean, I don't have the money. I'd have to move money around to buy it. But should I reveal it? Yeah, okay, have a think. Like what? I mean, it's going to be on brand is kind of what I'm thinking. Like, I mean, 16, that mutant's pretty clean for 16 grand. Never been sold before.
I love the fur coat and I love the multi-colored grin, bro. That's pretty
good. I mean, it's 5x the floor.
That's the problem. And you could almost buy an ape if you spend 4 grand more.
Exactly.
Which I think will appreciate more in price.
Fair.
But that's a flex, right? Just depends like
how much money you were dealing with. I need to make more money trading, Craig.
With the Bored Apes, I'm a big fan of the 4 trait, so very minimal. Yeah. So I believe OpenSea just the other day allowed you to search by traits now, the amount of traits. So now you can search 4 traits. 14.
Oh, you can. Oh,
like that.
No, I agree, Craig. I'm a big fan of that. These are just simple, aren't they? Hold on,
just so minimal. That orange background,
guys. Yeah. I put it back on ETH. But I'm putting it back on USD. Yeah, but these are 10 grand, 14, 15 grand.
Yeah, they bro, 4 traits, I believe, start of the week were about 12 grand, 14 grand. What? They've pumped. Yeah, they've pumped. So people are eating these up. I think I'm correct. I think they doubled in price because I think what's his name is a TMAS.
A TMA.
TMA, sorry, not TMAS. TMA. He went and scooped up a bunch of 4 traits for about 12 to 14K, and they've almost, I think, doubled because I think everyone's going and buying them now that you can search for them. Not saying you have to get a 4 trait. I'm just saying I love simplicity, which is funny because I've got a mutant, which is like the opposite of simplicity.
Yeah, literally.
But that's why I was trying to pick a mutant that was quite plainish, not too like crazy eyes, and like there's a big obviously divide between people who like crazy eyes and people who hate crazy eyes. Are the ones bulging out, flying out. Yeah, so it's there's some that one that. Oh, that one of the Halos sick, man.
Wait, are we talking mutants or
mutants?
I am tempted. Yeah, so this is I put the filter is now 15,000 US. So this one here is at only $11,000. Only $11,000.
Yeah, man, fuck. That thing's off its head.
Dude, but like this is the issue, Craig. Okay, let's chat. Talk to me. If I've got my pudgy penguin, that's so well, like as we previously said, it's arguably one of the top well-known pudgy penguins because I've just repped it for the past year across Twitter. On Twitter is what I'm referring to here. I mean, if I change my PFP, will people like, I don't know. What are your thoughts here? Like, I'm obviously bigger than my PFP. I'm well aware of that. But I don't know, Craig. Like, should I buy an ape?
Yes. Yes, you should. By the way, just on other news, I think MetaMask just announced its token. Did you see that?
No, let's talk about that. Hold on. I'm going to put a tweet up. I'm gonna DM Craig the ape that I'm looking at. Okay. Yes, we're not gonna share it on screen, but this is one that I like. And tell me whether you like this or not.
Should if you get an ape, that'll be massive. Oh yeah, man.
Do you like that? Because it's as you said, it's not 4 traits, it's more, but it's clean.
That looks like a 4 trait though.
Yeah, it's I don't want to reveal it, but it does have that extra trait on there.
That's pretty much dude.
Do you think that could work as the Greeny brand ape, right?
True. I see what you're saying now. And
look at the history. It trades fairly well. Like it's not like a high turnover ape.
Is it near floors? Oh yeah.
Yeah. But it's within 20% of the floor.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But I mean the floor could pull back. That's the thing as well. Like
someone bought it for $250,000.
Yeah, I know, bro. I know, it's crazy. It's crazy looking at some of these history. That's a pretty clean, like that suits me, I think.
It's very nice. It is, yeah, that's sick. Yeah, that's very cool. It's better than those other ones probably on there. I'm a big fan of that particular, the main trait on there that you're referring to. I won't say that loud. That suits your brand.
Yeah,
that trait I like.
I like that trait too. I like that trait. Yeah.
By the way, we've got a lot of viewers, bro. We've got.
Yeah. Did Figge repost your? I mean, I tagged. See, I messed up on Twitter this morning on my. I tagged Figge in my stream, and so classic crypto Twitter was like, no, we're not going to push that. So you got pushed, which is great. And obviously Market Mates got pushed. I retweeted Market Mates as well. Did Figge repost yours too? I assume he might have.
I'm guessing he must have. Yeah, he must have. Because I got a lot of apes, I'm guessing, in there. Yeah, I've got almost 800. We must have bloody over 1,000 viewers. So thanks everyone for pulling up.
That's bull market sort of stuff. Hey, bring Market Mates back to the thousands of viewers. Take us back to where we were in mid 2024, early 25 maybe.
Yeah, far away, Greeny. Yeah, how's this, bro?
As you said, MetaMouse is finally launching their token. I mean, they've got nothing. It's literally just their token. That's their announcement. There's nothing else here.
Like, does that, bro? That could push NFTs again, man.
Yeah.
Just
Craig, hold on a minute. I just forgot. Sorry, I just realized I'm getting my Solstice airdrop soon. If I fully unlock that, I would buy an ape. I'd consider buying an ape.
Yeah, that'd be a nice little. Yeah, that would be a good move. At least you can consider it kind of free money in a way. This could be big, dude. I mean, obviously, that has to be the token. Like, what's that? Like,
well, apparently, remember when I don't know if they said Q1, but they did say the start of 26. So, I mean, I don't know how this is going to work though, because like, I have so many old scam wallets that I can't obviously connect to.
Yeah, same here, dude. In fact, the wallet I did most of my trading on with MetaMask was from 21.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, 100%.
So I'm probably going to get shafted on the drop here because I'm probably not even going to get access.
Surely it's going to be pennies. It's just going to be absolute pennies for most people.
I mean, I think so. Please let this. Hey, for all the new viewers out there, guys, I'm just going to take an opportunity to say we stream Sunday to Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah. Pull up more, guys. We're going to get more, we're going to get more guys like Figge on. That was a great chat, by the way. Shout out to Figge. Great to get a probably the wrong word.
Top dog.
Yeah, great to get someone like him on who can speak so well, so in depth. And willing to give us time on an actual anniversary for the project. Like, I didn't even know it was the 5th anniversary when he said.
No, I woke up this morning and saw that too.
I was like, shit. We timed it well. We're probably better. And for him to give us an hour of 10 minutes is just outstanding. Yeah. And that was probably one of your first sort of introductions to him, maybe. Whereas I'd obviously followed him a lot in the Discord with 10KT. Bro, I'll tell you the impressive thing with him, and this may not sound like a lot to some people, but to me it is a lot. He used to go into the Discord every single day for a year and say good morning, good afternoon to everyone. And every single person that replied, he'd reply back personally in the chat with their name.
Dedication.
And he did that every day for a year, bro. And some people be like, oh, that's easy to do. Coming from a creator like you and me who tried to do that for people as well, that's actually not easy to do. And it's not easy to do day after day after day after day. So it just shows you the kind of like guy he is, obsessive compulsive for one, kind of like you and me. So yeah, I just think when I heard he was coming on as CEO of Yuga, I'm like, holy shit, man, this guy's a beast. And his work ethic is just disgusting, unhealthy, which is probably what you want in someone who's driving your asset. You want someone that's just a psycho, probably not great for his health, but for your project, if you had him driving the ship, that's why I'm like, I'm going to buy a mutant, because if anyone's going to pump these, it's him. It's him.
I love that.
Yeah, give us a follow, Market Mates. Let's do the show, Greeny. Well,
to shill us, guys. We've been live together for 3 years. We've interviewed some of the top. We've interviewed Spencer, Betty from Deadfellas. We've interviewed obviously now Figge from Yuga. We've interviewed some of the top crypto creators like Zeneca, Wendy. We've had Seed Phrase on the show. Yeah, we've had Rich, we've had Clemente, we've had Pio, we've had Easy. We've had a bunch of people over the last few years, and we're honestly just trying to keep on shipping in and bring a lot of content to you. We talk every day about markets. We talk every day about crypto price action from a trader's perspective generally, but from an educational standpoint too. I'm a qualified teacher. Craig's obviously deep in the educational route of crypto as well. So go follow us. Market Mates, literally on any platform. Just search Market Mates and you can follow us on any platform. You can go watch our streams on YouTube. Okay, we've just set that up in literally the past 4 days. You can listen to us back on any podcast platform. Just search Market Mates. Give us a follow. Little 5-star rating does go a long way. So thank you in advance for doing that. But yeah, you can listen to, we talk about AI more recently as well. So yeah, guys, we very much appreciate your support. And yeah, hopefully we can keep shipping big names to our show, Craig, moving forward. But anything else we want to talk about? OpenSea, we'll just have to see, guys. Not OpenSea, sorry. MetaMask token, interesting that they want to drop, but OpenSea didn't want to drop their token, Craig. That's very interesting. But outside this, maybe Greeny's about to spend a bit of money on the weekend to buy an ape and maybe buy a mutant. I don't know. Am I FOMOing in here, Craig? I literally was speaking to the GTG community, which is our trading community. If you're keen to check it out, you can go down. It's in the description down below. I was talking to them about not FOMOing in, Craig, and here I am. Is it a FOMO? Is it a FOMO? Okay, worst case scenario, ETH pulls back to $1,500. So that's like what? How much of that is like a 30% correction? Yeah, maybe a little bit more. 40% correction. I would say floors go up. So if we have a look at, say, apes, for example, and this is the trader coming out on us now. If we go back and have a look at the last year or so, what we notice is that they traded around, they dipped to 10 grand, but always traded around sort of 10 to 12 grand. So in theory, they're only up about 8 grand floor. But when you think about, I would say a lot of people still would have mispriced rares like that. For example, Craig, that one that I just shared you that I'm tempted to buy is only I nearly disclosed it. It's only 20% more than what the floor is right now. I think something like that probably is a buy more than a floor is a buy here. Is that a fair articulation that I'm kind of thinking about?
Yeah, I think it being close enough to the floor price wise would make me lean towards getting it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's better value than the floor is. If that makes sense.
Dude, but then I have so much money in NFTs. Then I have say if I was to buy a mutant and I have my pudgy, that's 35 US just sitting in ETH in NFTs. That's very risky.
Would you consider buying the ape, sell your pudgy for the tax, and then you can re-enter pudgy later?
I have thought about it.
Yeah, that would be the play.
Thought about it.
Because that one, the one you're looking at, would still suit your brand, meaning it's still on brand. It's not.
Oh, I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. The FUD that'll come out of Greeny sold his pudgy.
The engagement will be phenomenal, though, man. I'm telling you, the engagement.
I can write a good engagement tweet, and I've done it in the past with NFTs.
I can see a tweet coming up. Why I sold my pudgy. Why I sold my pudgy and aped into Bored Apes.
Bought it at the top, at the local top.
I've lost faith in Luca.
No. This is all Craig's words. I have not lost faith in Luca.
I had a funny someone tweeted back at me yesterday because I said we've got Figge on the show. It might have been Raro. Was it Raro? Someone like that. And they said to me, "Oh, why haven't you got Luca on?" And I said, "I've tried. Greeny didn't reach out to him. I did. I reached out twice and couldn't get him on. And it was quite funny writing that on the timeline because I could see a few of the replies were like, oh, he didn't even want to give you guys.
Does he follow you or not?
Yeah, he does. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Yep. Did you message him before he follows you or after he follows?
He had after he followed me. So he could receive the DM. He never read it. So he did whatever. But I guess the difference for me is Figge took the time to read it, bro, and replied. For me, it's personal to me. I'm not mad that Luca didn't. That's not what I'm getting at, guys. I'm not sucky. I get he's a busy guy. Totally get it. But that's why I think it was really impressive that Figge did for me. Mm-hmm. He doesn't have to jump on these shows. He just was in the clubhouse talking to people, Yes, I think it's good he does. It was just a good, I don't know, man. I just think it was good manners. And I'm not fudding Luca here, but maybe he should have, Greeny. Maybe the floor would be high if he came and spoke to us, Greeny. The Market Mates effect.
Nah, look, I've thought about. I mean, I could. Yeah, I'm sure he would jump on if I asked him to. I just haven't thought about the timing. Like, for me, it's more about timing. Like, everyone was like, "Oh, get him on," and I was like, "Well, hold on."
agreed.
Just jumped on like 6 different smaller creators.
There was nothing
It's
to
not the
ask.
right timing for our show. It's not the right time for our show. So don't worry, Hugo. If you send me a DM, I literally. Oh no, okay.
Hugo,
Oh,
can you?
Hey, Hugo, keep that on the DL, bro. I agree. That is the one. That is the one that I literally. That's the one that I sent to Craig. So hey, you know me.
Hugo,
This is such a big decision.
I thought Hugo was going to DM you saying, "Check your wallet, man."
Wait, he DM'd me. When did he? Wait, when you DM'd me a year ago? Oh my god, hold on. You can DM. We were talking about 8 a year ago, bro. Hold on, I'm just looking at this as well. Oh yeah, no, you were talking about how I edited it. Yeah, cool. Mate, I love your pudgy. I was going to say pudgy. I love your ape, Hugo. It is a very clean ape. I'm a big fan. And like the aqua, it suits the Greeny brand as well. So I am jealous of your ape. It's a very clean ape. But yes, that one that you just sent me in a DM is exactly the one I'm considering buying. Oh shit. Oh, dude. Oh, do I just imagine this? Imagine this, Craig. You see this prominent pudgy penguin on the timeline. It's Greeny Trades, and all of a sudden it just gets dumped into a bid.
But it's a WETH bid, or a bid.
Into a WETH bid, and then you just see the WETH being transferred into an ape.
Yeah. Yeah, but look, it'll create a stir, but sometimes creating stir is a good thing. Like I knew when I bought my mutant and I put it up on the timeline, I knew a certain segment of other NFT communities will get sooky. And there were, but surprisingly, very few were sooky. There was only a couple, and it was just the standard stuff you see from a bag holder whose collection's down. And I'm talking about pudgies here. I had a few pudgies be a bit like, that's that guy who was like, "You Greeny just engagement farm." I was like, "Bro, I just put a mutant and I'm excited." Like,
I mean, if you're not engagement farming, you're literally missing out on how society works right now. I'm sorry. Yeah. Hugo, quick question for you. Should I change the background on that? Like, if I do buy that, I'm leaning towards buying it. If I do buy that, do you reckon I change the background?
A baby blue, bro. Or aqua, whatever they call it. I can't remember.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah. Or do I change it to like what I've currently done with my pudgy, right?
Yeah. The black with the outline.
Yeah, like here's my pudgy, the black with the green outline.
That would look sick, dude. I quite like custom ones that are blacked out too.
Exactly. Okay. There's big reasons for it. Okay. There's a reason it stands out because I did a bit of cosmetics to it. All right.
Yes. It's good, especially on the black and the dark.
Big decisions.
Well, the good news is your pudgy would pay for half almost.
Yeah, it would nearly pay for half. Yeah.
Something to think about. Look at that chart, Greeny. Looks bottomed out to me.
You are right, Craig. And this would be okay. Question. I mean, in theory, Craig, I bought my pudgy for around the same price that apes are currently. So if you take a loss, you take the loss on the pudgy, and then you'd have to buy more money. But like you'd have the I mean, I still think we go lower. Like I was chatting to Sexy. You jumped in yesterday. We did an exclusive GTG.
Great chat, by the way. I love that.
Yeah, guys, highly recommend checking out GTG. Like, as many of the people in the community were like, dude, this is crazy alpha that you're talking about in terms of time-based analysis, and we dove into it. I still think we go lower. So then I'm like, oh shit, Greeny, you're buying like ETH at 2,300 rather than buying it like 1,500. So, dude, I don't know. But you are right, dude. The engagement would fly.
Yeah, I probably
not that I'm bearish on pudgies either. Just to comment, I love pudgies.
I'm not bearish on them either. I mean, I still hold a little and I still hold a big, so I'm not bearish. I'm just bearish on them in the short term, shipping wise. Although they did go to the New York Stock Exchange again today or something. I don't know if that's oh no, they went to Parliament. They went to bloody they were talking to did they go to, I don't want to say the White House, gotta sound retarded, sorry guys. They went somewhere important in America and probably in Washington to go talk to people about the not the benefits of NFTs, but the potential in real world. So I don't want to say pudgies aren't doing things. Those conversations that are happening there may not bear fruit for 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. And I like what you said, Greeny. I reckon with apes, the damage is done in the fact that they dropped the token years ago. The FUDs already have, like, I think Pudgy's going through what Bored Apes went through 2 years ago. I think, it's kind of cyclic. Look, guys, be careful here. Not financial advice. We could see in 3 months' time Pudgy's rally and go 3x. So just like,
yeah, and that's the query. Like,
and the floor on Pudgy's is thin, bro. I had a scan through yesterday, and I was like, man, a sweep of 50 of them would. Well,
let's have a look here. Let's analyze that because I like that. So basically, floor on apes is 20.5. 3% listed, 56% ownership. Okay, so if we have a look at Pudgy's to compare. Again, we're not here to compare, but we're here to just analyze. 10, so it's literally half the floor. If we have a look at listings is only, it's half the amount of listings, Craig. Listing is 2.7. Oh, well, it's a smaller collection. So 2.7%. So just below what apes are. 56% ownership. They're back. Oh my God, Craig, there's one on the floor that I like.
Oh, that Greeny one. Yeah. The cowboy hat.
No, there's one on the floor that, okay, yeah, see this one here? I would swap that. Craig, that's literally like Greeny in a nutshell too, just quietly. Yeah, someone will buy that right now on the try bet. That's one that I would buy that. Like I'd sell my Pudgy and then maybe buy that one. Pudgy has 300 loans. Okay, yeah, so still.
Craig, stay the course, which is Greeny by the ape. It's so tricky, eh?
Dude, I agree with Hugo's comment. The one that's at that price won't last long. I mean, it might not even last on the show, guys. So hold on a minute. I might have to move some Ethereum around.
I was going to say to you, the issue with what you're trying to do there, I agree. I think that one will be gone. And that's the problem I had when I was picking my mutants. I was like, not that I went to rare, but on my second one.
Sorry, sorry. I need my laptop.
Yeah, sweet. So he's getting the laptop out, guys. Sorry, guys. Just we're running over time. So I just had to message a few mates who are getting hold of me. I was going to say, I forgot what I was fucking going to say. What was I going to say? I think Greeny buys an ape, guys, and just gets done with it. But he is going in after it's pumped a little bit. But I actually think they go higher. And I actually think, I think your downside risk is probably a 30% haircut, Greeny. I think your risk is 30%.
Yeah, but if I'm hodling for the long term, bro.
Yeah, that's why when I got my second mutant, I was like, even if they're pulling back slightly now, mutants, they're down. I see Weath bids, they're going for about just under 2K now. So they're down 10, 20%. Figgy was on for about the first hour and 15, guys. There is a replay if you want to go watch it.
Go to Market Mates on YouTube right now, and you can literally watch it from the start.
Go backwards in time.
Yeah.
Also, we'll put this out on Spotify and Amazon, which is actually thankfully all the people. Hey, shout out to everyone on Spotify and Amazon. We had a bit of a delay posting our content the other day, 2 days ago, and I put it up, and you guys were quite ravenous in listening. So thank you very much to our followers over there. I do appreciate the ones who just want to tune in and listen to us. That's sick. You guys are doing that. And my new mic should be here hopefully next week. So this audio is effing fixed. I'm well aware I sound like I'm in a basketball hall right now, guys. Sorry. I'm very sorry. Fucking's killing me that. I want sharp audio, Greeny. I need sharp audio.
Guys, I can't believe I'm doing this. I don't know. People are gonna be I'm
gonna clip this. This is gonna be a banger fucking clip too.
I don't know. I gotta do it on a different computer.
But long story short, I think that's what I looked at when we spoke about this on the show, Greeny. When I was looking at my risk of buying a mutant, I was like, can I wear a 30% dip, which on mine was about say it's about 700 US. I was like, for the engagement, for the networking, for the access to the club, for the access to say Figgy, not that that's the reason he jumped on, but it probably helped. I was like, is it worth 700 to me? And I was like, yeah, probably. Over 6 months, $700.
That's cheap as hell.
I've done more stupid stuff. I bought a coin Cotistical, for God's sake. So.
Have you sold that?
Sorry, I scaled out. I'm scaling out. I scaled out at 13 mil and it's dumped to 6. So there's a lesson to everyone in taking profits again. Again and again. It does look like it's going to bounce again. I think maybe at the 786, but it's got work to do, put it that way. But every meme took a hit this last sort of 72 hours really. Meme coins had quite a big pullback, and I think Asteroid and that sucked all the air out the room, which is why I'm so bearish on meme coins, because it's like there can only be one runner now. And if one runner comes out, everything else dumps. So it's like
it's often a sign of the bear market too. That's the thing.
I think it's exhaustion, man. I think people are over meme coins for now, bro. Like I'm so like, there's no edge anymore, bro. If you're a good trader and you can read charts, it's still not enough. Like you need to be bundling, you need to be an insider, you need to know a mate who's the dev, you need to know people. And I just haven't been in the trenches over the last year to get that friendly tap on the shoulder. I used to, but not now. But in saying that, back a year ago when you got a tap on the shoulder, it was very different to now. It was still organic. Now it's horrific, man. Now, I would say now it's mostly scams. Like these guys are just launching 100 a day and they lose on 90 and they win on 10 and they make $1,000 a day and they rip a day, bro, at all-time high. Gimbos?
Yeah.
Bro, they're running hard. I know you're a bit distracted. I won't.
No, you're right. Gimbo. So yeah, hold on. Let me pull it back. Dude, I have to move money around here. Hold on a minute. What Gimbos? Where are those? Oh, there. Yeah. Oh, yeah, the airdrop. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's an Ape Church play. I think Coco's behind it, or he's part of the team. These have run up. What are these up today? Yeah, there we go. Let's go.
They're up tremendously.
Yeah, bro, these are sending. So good signs for the ape chain itself. And shout out to Coco. He actually, I said I missed it. I actually signed up for Ape Church about 3 months ago, and he got hold of me the other day going, bro, did you get that stimmy? And I was like, what stimmy? And he was like, what? You haven't been paying attention? I was like, no. And he's like, oh, bro, let me send you a Gimbos. And he sent me one, and then it went 3x. I haven't even, I'm the kind of guy, I won't sell it. Like if someone sends me it for free, I'm not going to just dump it into an all-time high. It's in my dead wallet. So shout out to Coco. Thanks, bro. I appreciate you sending me 400 US for free, basically. But shout out to Coco. And that's the thing with NFTs, I find. You won't get that sort of interaction with memes. You're not going to get people, I don't mean sending you free shit. I just mean people going, oh, you got this. What do you think about this trait? Blah, blah, blah. The conversations are just different. With meme coins, I find the only convo is floor.
Yeah.
It's just floor price. And it's like the problem with talking about floor all the time is it actually hurts the project. So although we talk about floor a lot, but look, you kind of need to, if you know, the traders and us, I'm a collector, but I'm also here to make money. I'm kind of a hybrid really. But I think you want to be 80% trader, 20% collector or something like that. Because if you're the other way around, you're going to lose money if you're just a collector. Oh, unless you just love what you have, then go for gold. It's funny what Figge said, how the whole reason he got started was because of Top Shot.
Well, isn't that hilarious?
That's how I got into NFTs, was Top Shot.
See, I didn't get involved.
I still have all of mine, bro. All of mine.
Dude, you need to learn to sell, Craig. You need to learn to
sell.
They're
worth 50. They're worth lunch. I probably should take the lunch though still, but
dude, take the lunch, bro. Take the lunch.
Yeah, I didn't spend much on it. Hey, I've got 1K people listening to me. You wouldn't bloody
dude, let's go. We haven't had those numbers in yonks on Twitter at least. Twitter's algo is still not supporting us tremendously. So
it's kind of shitty like that, man. It sucks. Like you grind every day and it still doesn't want to appreciate you. Who's this bloody, what scam's messaging me now? I get the funniest.
Anything you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about price, Craig? Let me pull up price while I do my business. While I do my business. I've got so much money everywhere. Let me just.
I've got so much money.
No, I don't have so much money. Sorry, that's not what I meant to say.
Yeah, we can talk a little bit about Bitcoin just while Greeny's a bit distracted. I know Greeny and Sexy were looking at this chart yesterday. We were on the show yesterday. Greeny and Sexy went into a lot more detail. The thing that interested me, and this is something I've looked at as well, and it's funny how Sexy and I kind of aligned, was on price on the downside from all-time high, which is why I went in and said 38K. But also on time, what I found really interesting was he using a fib-based time.
Yeah, time-based. Hey, that's a secret sauce. I did put a tweet up about it, but
I was like, wow, hang on.
Bro. It's a banger.
Yeah. So I learned something yesterday, and it's been a while since I did. So thank you very much. That was really cool, dude. What he was banging on about yesterday was fucking gold, man.
Yeah, dude. You need to be in GTG. You got people analyzing stuff very well, very
in depth. Guys, what Sexy was looking at yesterday, that's one of the analysts, if you want to call him that, in GTG. I'm trying to use the correct terminology for Australia.
Yeah, analyst, educator, trader,
educator. And he was looking at the average time for the recovery from the top to the bear, to the length of the bear, to the recovery. Golden information, and actually aligns. I actually had already looked at that and analyzed it, but I hadn't done it. I did it manually. Whereas he was doing it with a tool, and I was like, holy shit. Made sense. I was like, why hadn't I thought about that? Why didn't I think there would be what would you call that, a Fibonacci? What the fuck would you call that?
Yeah. So you can look at time-based analysis with just time itself, like days, or from high to high, low to low, all that sort of stuff, high to low, low to high, all that sort of stuff. But fibs, you can do that strategically in there as well. What's happening here? Come on. But yeah, it's very interesting how you can analyze the market in so many ways. Basically, you can analyze the market in so many ways.
Just thanking all the apes for showing up, guys. Big thanks to the Bored Apes in the room. I'm going to say a lot of you guys are apes, so thank you very much. We got over 1,000 people of mine, which is, bro, that's probably all-time high for me, just about.
Love that, bro.
Greeny gets you get some good numbers. Greeny,
I shouldn't have tagged. Yeah, I shouldn't have tagged.
The tag hurt it that much, does it? I've stopped doing it since you told me not to, and I have noticed
it hurts it so much, and particularly if it's the streaming aspect as well.
Quite frustrating, because you actually want to tag the person so they see it.
Yeah, exactly. And so
people
just
also the viewers know what you're talking about. It's like far out.
Yeah, it is pretty stupid that it impacts.
Check the mass wallet that owns that ape. You're going to apparently the wallet that owns that ape must be a bit of a beast.
Oh really? No secret sources. Oh my god, holy shit, he is a beast. Okay, or they are a beast. Okay, I'm busy. I'm trying to do some math quickly. This is scary, Craig. This is scary, chat. You're seeing me purchase something live right now. It's crazy. Just on a separate computer, that's all. Hold on, need to do the math. Come on, baby.
Ordinals are starting to move now.
How do you even trade them, bro?
Well, that's the beauty of it. It can't go down in price because no one can sell because you can't trade them.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like how?
That's the feature. It's a feature. No, it is a bit diabolical. Ordinals, like we said the other day, we need a marketplace that's not specializes, but an S tier marketplace. It's so needed. I'm very upset that Magic
Has no one built that yet. That's crazy that no one's built that.
It's being built, but like you still, I mean, at the end of the day, the traders are going to choose which one they like.
But also like it's still like you spend all this time building it, and then it's the same issue that Magic Eden faced. They like there's
and
not
then
enough
volume goes and the fuck.
There's not enough revenue to build a product, so why bother?
I think it's more just Ordinals fans doing it now, which is actually a good sign that the community rallies like that. That's healthy, but yeah, Magic Eden did us dirty on that one. That sucks, but so be it. That's progress, maybe. Hugo, we might have him here. I just let the apes know in the chat that Greeny might be.
I should pull it up. Hold on, do I still have it open? Yeah, I do. Hold on. I'm nervous, Craig. I'm so nervous. I haven't been this nervous in ages.
Tell Greeny to make a post and tag welcome apes. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Like what? As in my Twitter post?
Yeah, do that after, so it maybe doesn't hurt. But yeah, welcome apes is the what I call it, the fuck it, God's sake, my brain after that interview now. The Twitter handle that handles all the welcoming of new apes. There's a dedicated Twitter handle that now handles just the welcoming part. So I think that's probably a Figge initiative. Is that a Figge initiative, guys? Did he organize that? Which I think is a good thing. So kind of like a doorman welcoming you to the club, and it creates. I'm thinking it must be AI. So it creates a bit of a with me it said yeehaw, sick cowboy hat. It's like I'm thinking it's AI based upon the imagery. But hey, I know it's a simple touch, but it's those little details that count. 1%ers that Figge was probably Figge was talking about.
Oh shit! Pending purchase.
Here we go. Bring it up.
Congrats! He got it. Oh shit, chat. I just sold my pudgy penguin, Greg. I sold my pudgy penguin.
Did you?
Yep. And I just bought an ape. Oh shit! Should we reveal?
Did you sell your pudgy?
Yeah.
I'm dumping mine right now. Fuck that.
All right, chat. Do you want to see the ape that I just bought? Do you want to see the chat? Hey, let me know in the chat. The FOMO is real.
I'll just let everyone know.
Hold on, I need to screenshot this on my other laptop. Okay, guys. All right. Guys, let me know. Do you guys want it? Do you want it in the chat? You got to make big moves in this life. Hopefully this is not the wrong move. I don't think it's the wrong move after that chat. Sorry, my hand's still bugging. Hopefully it's not the wrong chat. But hey, do you want to see it in the chat, guys? Do you want to see it? Do you want to see it live on stream? Craig, I just spent over 30,000 Australian dollars.
Let's go. Just let them know. I'm just chilling it.
Oh, sugar. All right, here we go. The big reveal. Now, obviously, I'll probably do a bit of cosmetic to it, Craig, I would say too. Do you know how to download the proper high quality of it? Hugo, can you talk to me as well? How do I download the high quality? Can I go to the website and go to the site? They send you a welcome merch package for free. What? Dude, Hugo, can you DM me this? Airstrip, good to see you in the chat, bro. Show the app. Okay. Heavy Sugar. Oh, Heavy Sugar's onto it, bro. Heavy Sugar's onto it. Okay, here we go, chat. There it is.
Yay!
There it is. Owned by me. Oh, shit.
You got a big ape too.
I went, hey, no. Green's not a floor guy. Even though my pudgy penguin is pretty floor. But it's still, it's aesthetically, you want good aesthetic. Let's go. You want good aesthetics. And this one fits the Greeny brand quite a lot. So I'll do a bit of work to it, obviously, this afternoon.
I have to buy an ape now, Greeny, just to keep up, man. Now I feel
you know me,
it's
Craig.
like you having a big and me having a little pudgy now. It's like,
dude, and you know how long I told you to do that? So maybe you sell one of your apes, your mutants for profit here, and then
sell the big pudgy as well.
And then that's what I did. I had an ETH on chain in a different wallet. I had my pudgy, so I only had to buy 4 ETH, so it wasn't too bad.
It makes sense to take the tax loss on that too, bro, to be honest.
Yeah,
it's actually a double.
Not financial advice,
no.
but yes. Double whammy.
Even if you take a haircut, at least your upside is the tax, because that is a real. We're in April now, so there's only 2 months to realize that loss. And we are on a mini pump for penguins as well. So rather than you selling at 8, although it helped you get your 8 though, so that's good.
Okay, so Hugo, can you reply to DMs, please? I will get free merch.
Hang on, let me take a screenshot of that, actually. I'll put it in the ape chat.
Let me smile.
I'll put it in
there. Cooking big moves. Hey, Craig, I honestly never thought I'd own an ape, but here we are.
Here we go.
Hey, guys,
yeah, bro.
Go follow me if you don't already. Go follow me.
Let's go.
I'll change it later today.
I'll put it in the I'll chuck it in another chat as well. People are going to love that shit. There we go. Share it around. Just show people that we do shit on this channel, man. We don't just talk about shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Some people talk about it. Some people do it.
All right, I just shared it in GTG as well. On brand. Yeah, I agree, Simone. Thank you. Thanks for tuning in as well. Congrats, Greeny. Thanks, Buck Up. Appreciate you. Rero says must be an amazing interview. I mean, honestly, Rero is good. I mean, look, I've been leaning towards it for like, and it goes back to the same point that we made, Craig. Like, it is a strategic play. And I've been chatting to, well, I have chatted to another new member in GTG as well about that strategic play. And thanks, Cairo. Appreciate. Hey, Cairo. Hey, if Cairo likes it, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Like it's a strategic play, Craig. I think if say the Pudgies were in profit, I mean, I probably would take profit on it too, potentially. But if it wasn't for that potentially, Craig, I probably wouldn't have made the move, if that makes sense.
Say that again. What? Rewind 1 sec.
If it wasn't for the Pudgy Penguin situation, I probably wouldn't have made the move.
I agree. And it actually it pushes me slightly as well, because I'm like, well, I can have an asset that's the top tier and I can write off bloody like 15, 20K Australian. It's like, I feel like it kind of, even if I wear a bit of downside on the ape.
Exactly. That's my thinking. That's my thinking.
It's kind of, I get to double dip really. It kind of buffers you really. All the apes, you know what they all said in the group chats? Craig, now you have to get one. I'm like,
yeah, let's go, chat. Let's get Craig to it on the show live right now. Craig's going to do it. I mean, I just
not right now, man. Fuck. maybe on Sunday show, guys. Maybe on Sunday show. Let me move some things around. And I need to do what you did. I need to slowly sleuth around.
Legend.
And find one that's
now I need a hoodie. Oh yeah, dude. I was just chatting to Hugo. Hopefully they send you. So just post, people tag him, go to his profile, and their site is there. Okay.
What's up, MK? What's up, dude? Yeah, you got a mutant in you. Naked Zombie's fire. Yeah, Naked Zombie's so sick. That's actually a good find, bro, to be honest.
Oh, this one you mean? Yeah, yeah. Oh, dude, when I saw this, literally, I was taking a scroll and I had a look. I like Zombie's my favorite character. And
mine too in the DMT back in the day.
Right, favorite. I should be specific. As you said, Craig, you love that too.
Almost everyone does, I think.
The 4 trait as well. And then we looked at this. This is a 5 trait because it has the earring, Craig. That's what separates it from a 4 to a 5 is the earring. But it's so minimal that I was like, you know what, dude? I don't really care. It's
pretty. What we got? The apes are loving it, dude. I can't wait to see your tweet.
Hey, Shep, yeah, I'll put it as my pick. I'll have to sort it out. I'm trying to get the high res. Hugo's helping me out in the DMs with the high res.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
So that I get a good, because then I'll go and just edit the background. I'll make it Greeny style. You know me. I love a bit of Greeny style. Welcome Apes already follows me. Why does Welcome Apes already follow me? Okay. Wait, do they know? As if they know. Oh, dude, they send you this pack. Oh, dude, here we go. So this is what you get. I received my Welcome Apes gift. Thank you so much. You get a hat. You get.
Hey, I didn't get this. What the fuck?
Yeah, you don't own an ape, bro. Hey,
I need a proper ape for this.
Sorry, big dog. You're not a big dog like me.
Hang on, that's a mutant that wrote that though.
Oh, maybe this is, or is this their? I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Wait, Craig, maybe you need to do this too.
How do I do this, guys? Why have I not got free merch?
So you get do you get? Oh, dude, this is epic. So you then get stickers and stuff. What? That's ape. Okay, dope. I'm super keen. I hope they ship internationally. I assume they do. They're a big dog. Dude, this is the hat. This was the hat that Figgy was wearing.
Yeah.
Or a variant of that. That was very clean. Yeah, I mean, it's a shame Figgy wasn't on when I bought the ape, but I wanted to do it after the show anyway.
When you put a post up and you share that, he'll love that, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know you got a welcome. You got to go to the Hugo. So for me, can I'm going to assume mutants can claim, because my understanding is they are treated as part of the club, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So go to this website here. All right, I'll go to that website.
So you have to go to that site and then just register your wallet or something, do you?
How fun is talking about NFTs? Dude, this stream's going to be our longest stream in ages. I mean, we've done a 4-hour stream with Finn way back with Abstract, and that's our longest stream. Our next longest stream is only like 2 hours, the Eli ones. We're about to put into the 2.5-hour mark, Craig, soon. So we're going to get Craig. We're going to get Craig an ape on the show today as well, guys.
No.
Craig, sell your Bitcoin.
No, man, you are second class. Yeah, I'm sitting in economy while Greeny's in first class.
Shit, dog, shit.
Guys, I see some. Yeah, keep pumping mutants. Pump mutants to 5K, please, so I can exit one and buy a big ape.
Can you send me the link for the high res, please? Should ask Figgy about sponsoring the show. Hey, does Bayek want to sponsor the show? Cheers.
Mutants
Supreme
can get
said,
welcome
in
packages.
GTG. All right, hold on. So we'll just do it on this one. Blah blah blah. Yeah, because the high res, it's just nowhere near as clean. We'll go.
So you got to go somewhere special to get the high res as well, do you?
Oh no, I assume I'm waiting for him to. Okay, here we go. All on the in the members area. Do I have to connect my wallet? Ah, shit. Hold on.
Just make sure you got the right link, man. Jesus Christ.
Nah, yeah. I was on the website just before. I mean, I'll just go to the right.
I get so edgy about that shit, man.
Yeah, fair, bro, fair. Let me go to Bored Ape Yacht Club.
That's how I lost my doggo once upon a time. Fuck, that stung. I was sitting in the same room and I smashed that wall over there when that happened. That was good.
Wait, as in your dog?
Yeah, my ape dog.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna have to do it on my other computer because it's only on that browser.
Oh, there's Welcome Apes is in the show.
Hey, Welcome Apes. Thanks for tuning in, legend. Thanks for tuning in.
Is it Welcome Apes that sends the welcome package? Is that you, Welcome Apes?
Yeah. Let us know, Welcome Apes.
How do I get my free merch?
Dude, so do I just DM you Welcome Apes or I go to the website and fill out a form and stuff, I assume?
Welcome to the Bored Ape Yacht Club. Let's fucking go. Figgy's going to be buzzing.
He's going to be buzzing, bro. I'm buzzing. Okay, hold on.
Nice to hit buy, doesn't it, for a change?
Hold on. What's the website? Bored Ape Yacht Club. Bored Ape Yacht. Can you access the website from the NFT collection? I assume you can. Yeah, there we go.
I'll message Figgy now.
No, don't spoil it.
Okay.
No. Wait till it's a Twitter post, which will be later today. Craig, question for you: how long did it take for your your account to get re-verified? Because you got to farm the engagement. You got to farm
hours.
Hours. Oh, that's good. It used to take days.
It's real quick now, man. It's hours.
Okay.
Go to the website, complete the tasks, and you get your package.
Tasks.
I'm guessing what you're going to do. What are the tasks? A bit of shilling. That's my speciality anyway, so that's probably fine. I'm sure it's just make a post. Actually, what are the tasks, guys?
I don't know. Greeny trades on socials. All right, guys. I'm officially on the. I'm not connected to Twitter on this account. Goddamn, go back. I can't connect. Can't connect to that. Greeny trades on Instagram. Hey, that's me.
This person's like, I stopped listening when they started talking about pudgies.
Oh shit! And now he's back.
Yeah, I was like, you got to stay for the Easter eggs, man.
I love it. I love it. Dude, you have to do so much on this website. Hold on.
You've got to hand over your lease to your house as well.
Yeah, you gotta give him all the cash. Yeah.
And the pink slip to your car, whatever they call it in America. Gucci for life. I didn't get to ask him if Gucci apes will one day feature in the other side.
Oh, yeah, true.
I didn't want to hold him up too much. And it was such a personal question, like it's just for me. I was I might DM him and ask.
Yeah,
I'm going to guess they're not allowed. Maybe Gucci won't allow it.
How do I? Okay.
I'm going to go jumping on apes. Let me go look at Bored Apes and see what's sitting there, eh? This is the start.
Come on, Craig. Hey, be a big boy. You're a big boy. You heard me before. Sell the pudgy.
Imagine if I went the J Bond with the baby thing.
Does he still rep that as his current PFP or not?
Yeah, he's brought it back now, I think.
Okay, so what am I buying here? The 2D file, 3D file, and buying, downloading. I'll download all of them, whatever. Unauthorized. You do not own this token. What? I do own this token.
Oh, yeah, I see. Oh, yeah. Is that a dress, though? I can't buy one with a dress.
It won't let me download, chat.
Oh, it's a tank top. That's good.
Craig, it won't let me download on the... Hey, all my ape friends, it won't let me download the ape.
You're making me want to floor my pudgies and aping even more to Bored Ape Yacht Club. That's the
chat. It won't let me download. You do not own this token or file type unavailable. Bro, just give me the high res.
2D file.
Yeah, it won't work. I literally signed the... It should have my... Do I need... What? Why can't... It won't let me download. All right, I'll have to figure this out off stream, but anyways.
Give it a sec, maybe.
Okay, because it literally says you've got this token, but when I went to click on it to download it, it won't work. Now I can't even select it. Edit. All right, what number am I? 6088.
Do it, Craig.
No members found. Wait, what?
Cryoheart, can you send me some ETH, man?
Greeny. There he is. Unauthorized. It still says unauthorized. You do not own this token. It's literally connected. All right, cool. Anyways, so now I got to go to the welcome page. I got to do it. I assume, do I have to connect my wallet on the welcome page or not? I can do that on this computer.
Hugo, I'm not seeing your DM, I don't think.
New members, hey, that's me. This is where we shine a light on the newest members. Every ape has a story, a reason they collect. Hey, Craig, there's mutants on here, bro. There's mutants on here.
Let's go.
Oh, wait. How do I? Oh,
Hugo, where did you DM me?
There we go. Submit the form. Jay Bond makes it. Shout out to Jay Bond. He's a good legend.
Yeah, he's been pushing these relentlessly for years.
Oh my God. I'm not going to disclose all this information on stream, but we'll put it over here and I'll do that after stream as well. Cool, guys. Well, I mean, we have it. We do have it live. But yeah, unfortunately, it's not letting me download, unfortunately, at this period of time. So I'll have to do that after the fact. Exciting times, chat. Is Craig buying one? Is Craig selling his Pudgy right now?
Hugo sent me one of the ones I was looking at.
Oh, it's sent. Can you DM it to me? DM it to me. Let's have a look.
Yeah,
let's shop for Craig. Let's shop for Craig.
And then
when you said you liked it, and when Hugo DM'd me with the same one, I was like, okay, well, it's obvious. It's obvious I need to do this right now.
Yeah, Hugo actually just picked the first one I liked too. So he's pretty.
DM it to me. I mean, private DM it to me. Yeah.
There's a couple.
Yeah, I'll do the post. Hold on. I want to do the post, but I just want to edit the background. And hence why I wanted the high res. It won't work.
Where's that other one?
I'll try again. I'll refresh again.
I'll send you the one. Yeah, this one's good though.
It literally says apes owned. Download the ape file. And it says you do not own this token. There's a glitch on the website, chat. I mean, what? Dude. Surely. Dude, it's annoying. All right, Craig. This is one Hugo like and the one you like. Okay, cool. Oh, that's similar. I like that. Okay, the first one you sent me. The first one. Wait, was that the first one? Yeah, the first one you sent me. It's clean. I do like that. I had that color background. Oh, and that. I mean, both of those are good, Craig. I do both like that. I mean,
the face on the second one's probably better.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. I
like
agree
expression
with you.
and
yeah,
and he just looks wild. Eh?
Should we look at this wallet that I bought this off just quietly? Look at this wallet, Craig. This is a nuts wallet, just to show you. Wait, no item. What? Wait, what? Wait, what? I was looking at this wallet before. Hold on. Hold on. I swear we looked at this wallet, Hugo, before, and it was absolutely stacked.
I think it was.
Wait, what happened to the wallet? Yeah, no, wait, it's not showing me up. Hold on. Why is it not working? No, highest. Okay, I don't know why it's not working anymore, but I was going to show the wallet, but I can't show you the wallet. It was absolutely stacked. It had 120 apes, Greg.
Whoa,
maybe it's because
really?
maybe it's just because I've got it on the wrong filter here or something. What? Okay, OpenSea's bugging for me right now. So let's go shopping for Craig. I mean, we can end the stream. We're losing viewers by the second. Hopefully people appreciate this live. You went private because he saw. Oh, he went private. Oh,
You must have watched the show.
Wait, he's watching. Hey, shout out to what was it? Shout out to what? Intel Strata. Shout out to you, legend. Shout out to you. Wait, is this my Twitter that's attached to this? Oh no, it's just the Twitter of Bored Ape. As if you go private, bro. I was gonna check out your wallet, homie. I was gonna check it out. That's it's the Blur wallet. Okay, no, it's the Blur wallet. It's the Blur pool wallet. Okay, I was about to say. Kara says, don't end the stream. Yeah, we'll keep on going. We go shopping for Craig. Let's go shopping for Craig. All right, Craig, seriously. Move the ETH around. Sell the pudgy. Let's go. Come
on. I won't do it. I'll do it over the next few hours.
Pressure, Craig. Pressure's on.
Yeah, no pressure.
Wait, dude, that's a clean one, but it's I like eyes. I agree with you. I like eyes. This one reminds me of Nick, the Nick OG.
I thought there was. There's a couple.
Oh my god, Craig, that is a name I haven't heard in a long time. Journey Crypto. Oh, dude, haven't heard about that for a long time.
Where?
On this ape here.
Yeah, JRNY.
Yeah, dude, that's a name I haven't thought about for a long time.
So that guy there is the reason why I lost my doggo.
Yeah, he's such a doggo.
His Twitter got hacked, his official account, and said do a mint. I connected it, stupidly had my dog in and it drained me. I actually got hold of him and said it was an official tweet. Help me out, dude. And the team wouldn't help me, so I'm dark on that, dude.
Yeah, fair enough, bro. Fair enough. What are we thinking here for you, Craig? What do you like? Where's the next zombie? Trippy? What about Trippy 8 for you, Craig? Trippy? 64. Oh, dude, that's so good. That's so good. What's noise? Oh, I think DMT. You said you like DMT, was it?
I do.
Oh, dude. 30. I mean, Craig, there's one at 34 grand. That's not too much above the floor.
Where? Oh, yeah. Wow, what do you mean? Not
15. Dude, so zombie's pretty rare. Not quite, like just quietly. Zombie's pretty rare when you compare other furs. Craig, we could be matching.
Look at him, mate, in a tuxedo.
That's literally very similar. Eyes slightly different looked, and obviously in the tux. Dude, that's clean though. I'm a big fan of that, not gonna lie. Big fan of that.
I don't like the little hat though, eh? I never liked that little hat.
Oh, Craig, I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. Not bad.
You get the one with the crown for 93K.
Hey, how good's going shopping on NFTs again? It's been a while since we've done this on the show. You got to steal Greeny. Yeah, I agree, bro. When I saw it there this morning, I had to pull the trigger. I've been waiting for a moment, and Hugo, the moment came. The moment did come. This is such, in my opinion, when you think about PFPs on Twitter, the one I bought, it's very clean. It's very clean, and that's what I like.
Oh, Hugo wanted to see the other one I was looking at. Where is it?
What about Craig? What about this one? McDonald's guy. Red. Trip red.
I like the eyes open though.
Yeah, same dude. Same.
I can't have them shut.
What else do we like here? I'm not going to reveal the ones that you're looking at, but Craig, just move the cash around, bro. It's pretty easy.
I know.
This one's pretty clean.
That is clean for 32K.
I mean, it's 12 above floor. Now we're starting. I mean, dude, it's a thin floor when you look about it. Like,
yeah, I know.
There's like what? Hold on. There's like 50 sales and then 50 to 100 sales, and then it goes quickly to 32K, Craig.
I need to take action quickly.
Hold on. Hold on. Have I got it? I might need to do listings. How do I turn on listings again? Dude, that's what. Oh, there it is, all the way up the top. Okay, here we go. This is what we look at. There's only 302 listed. Okay, I'm still waiting for this website to approve my token.
Get a face. Okay, done. All right. Okay. All right. I better go, Greeny. I better go.
Are you going to buy?
You pressure me into buying.
Oh, okay. So we're going to wait for Craig's tweet, guys. We're going to wait for Craig's tweet.
You're gonna wait. Maybe on Sunday night show, guys. Sunday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard
Hopefully
Time.
It's
maybe.
Still there, Craig. Hopefully the one that you want. Or maybe there's a new one. You never know.
Or maybe it would have happened by then. Or maybe it won't happen. But we'll see. I need to think long and hard about this one.
Just sell the pudgy, bro. Take the loss.
Yeah, eat your food. All right. But now I'll keep having a look, guys. And thanks everyone who tuned in today. You guys are bloody legends. We got 1.3. Oh, Jesus.
You're cruising, bro. You're cruising. I'm only at 250. I'm never tagging it. I'm never tagging an account again.
Hit dashbow.xyz for your 3D renders.
Wait, dash. That better not. Caesar, I trust you. You got an 8, but dashbro.xyz. All right. Oh, it's 3D, as in 3D. I don't know if I want 3D. Do I want 3D? Can I not connect my wallet and can I just search for it? I assume no. Oh no, you can't. Hold on. What am I? 6088. What? Choose your asset. What do you mean? No NFT. Yeah, no. I don't want to connect my wallet. It's on a different account. I mean, 3D is pretty dope. That is pretty cool. All right, cool, Craig.
The fuck? Oh yeah, cool.
It's an ape, Craig. It's an ape. You will get same thing moving forward, Greeny. I don't know what Hugo means there, Craig. Yeah. No, okay. I'm going to post it later today. Posting it later today, guys. I'll probably change it, give it an hour or two, hopefully get verification back, and then I'll post it probably tonight. I'll probably post a tweet tonight. It always does better in the you need delegate. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. Let me pull that up. Delegate.xyz. Yeah.
Bear with me, Bouvet. Maybe we'll do.
What? Wanted to post screenshot of him browsing Frostbite and post from the official account, but Craig dipping. Yeah, bro. When's Craig buying an ape? Chat. When's he buying an ape? Feels good to it feels good to have a fresh change, you know? Feels good. Okay. Still trying to download this. It still won't let me download it, which is bizarre. Can someone like chat maybe? Can someone check in like where whoever's in charge of this and just say, hey, can you just check that the links are working? Because it literally says apes owned. Got my ape, and then it says unauthorized. Download the ape file, unauthorized. Cool. All right. Well, I mean, we'll end the stream there. 2 hours, 11 minutes. Thanks so much for tuning in. Yeah, the dog's like, hey.
He wants to go for a little walk.
Come on, let's go.
That's my doggo. This is Kitchy. All right, guys. We'll be back. He's going to scratch the shit. Look at him. He's going to get mad now.
He's like, come on.
Nice work on the ape, Greeny. And yeah, we'll be back, Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
He wants to go. My doggo wants to go for a walk, so I'll take the little fella out quickly. And then, yeah, we'll be back Sunday, Greeny. Well done. Congratulations on that Bored Ape. And once you post it, Figgy will be all over it, I'm sure.
Yeah, sounds good. Thanks so much for Figgy to jumping on, guys. If you are new here, don't forget, click follow, click subscribe if you're on YouTube. We're live every day. We've been live for 3 years, and we actually do shit on the show. We talk to people, and we buy shit on the show. So I love to see that. As always, not financial advice, guys. Not financial advice. My first ape, maybe I'd never sell it. Hopefully, I don't have to sell it. Hopefully make more money trading, but wait and see. Guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Have a lovely weekend. Have a lovely Friday, obviously, if you're in America / Europe. And yeah, we'll be back live again Sunday to Thursday for 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Love to see it, guys. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks for everyone for engaging in the chat. Great show, and hopefully we'll bring you some more guests very, very soon. Craig, have a lovely weekend, mate, and we'll chat.